sleeping in a jet engine in order to sleep. So, you're was powered down to silence. So we both wake up, and she's like, "I'm fine, whatever. Go back to bed." Oh, I'm miserable because I'm hot now, because my fan's not working. So I get up and I go to sleep upstairs because I could open the door up here and it was freezing and it was good and I get to sleep, but it messed everything up. Then it went back. They said it wouldn't go on until 8:30 a.m. and that was 4:00 in the morning. Then it went on an hour later. Then it went off at 8:30 a.m. and was off for a couple hours. It was crazy, but it wasn't that big of a deal. But I walk in here this morning for what I think is the first time since Friday's show, and that light's on, that one right there. The LED lights are working.
Yeah, they're back.
That have never worked before
We're
on
back,
this thing.
baby.
They haven't worked. They haven't worked since they were installed. And I go in, and now I don't even know how to control them. They're flashing different colors and stuff because it's been so long. I don't even know how to control the LEDs. So the LED lights went on, but the headphones here went off. So I don't know. I came in and I sat down and I felt like the Three Bears. I feel like somebody's been here while I was away.
I told you, Michael, you're surrounded by great people. We all had your back, taken care of.
I would not use the word great to describe you whatsoever.
Right, thank you.
Yeah.
Mentally kind of stable?
No. These are two words I have nothing in common with you.
We're getting there.
Guy who's been here for a while. That's what you get.
Okay.
You guys remember when Spanish played peanuts hockey? You remember that? No? Oh, okay.
No, you guys don't remember.
I just was like, at what point is this going to come up?
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Peanuts hockey.
Spanish is wearing a sweatshirt that I'm assuming was your son's at one point.
I can't imagine in a million years that my son wore a peanut shirt.
It is, in fact, his son's.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
I am assuming someone bought that for my son, and he never wore it because there's no way in the world my son was wearing a Peanuts hockey shirt.
It still.
You know what? I bet you it's like a Supreme shirt or something.
Ooh, well, that makes it even better. But yeah, I love it. Very warm, very warm. I wore a full outfit yesterday of his, and it was fantastic.
Listen, those things make me happy because at his growing rate, he usually got one good wear out of something nice, and then he grew out of it. So the fact that it's brand new clothes being used again is great.
It's fantastic. I love him very much.
It looks like Peanuts hockey is maybe a Kohl's thing. It's not a Supreme thing because it's like $50 for that, $40.
Listen, Kohl's awesome. I love Kohl's, but when it comes to my bougie son, there's no way in the world he was wearing a Kohl's.
Well, no, that's why the tag was still on, and Spanish is now wearing it.
Which is acceptable Spanish.
I love it.
Somebody this day and age is looking at you going, just like I did. That must be a Supreme thing. Because no idiot adult would wear a Peanuts hockey shirt.
No, it looks like right out of the kids section.
Thank you. Yeah.
I used to be amazed when people would go into like the nightclub wearing like a Tickle Me Elmo t-shirt.
Oh, dude.
Like it's Saturday night. I'm gonna go out and meet some girls. How about a Tickle Me? And not like ironic, like it's a
I mean, I think they're wearing it to be ironic.
No. That was the best choice they had in their closet.
Do you think that's more odd than black dudes wearing NASCAR M&M stuff?
Oh.
But that's a style for some reason that caught on, and that was a thing.
I can't imagine how that happened. Or I can't imagine one guy was like, "Man, I'm gonna get me an oversized NASCAR outfit with M&Ms on it, or Tide, or something like that."
Yeah, but wasn't the move like, "Oh, I call my Elmo"?
Tickle
it. Yeah,
I don't think they were that clever.
Or I'm Elmo.
I saw a guy at I don't know, it was like one of those barbecue things that I went to one time. I think it was a barbecue and bourbon festival. I was like, I'll go check it out. And there was a guy wearing a shirt that said "Who farted?" And I was like, what is the end game? What are we going for here?
Yeah, dude.
What are we going for here?
That's a great shirt.
But also, you're in a place where it's like food and family and this and that. And I'm like, listen, I'm not offended. I'm not offended.
But you're an adult.
Yeah.
I'm not offended at all. I just want to know the thought process. Like, hey, you know what'd be great? You guys know what'd be great? Is if I wore my Who Farted shirt to the festival.
Or even put it this way, like how many times I've gone to my closet and was like, I just need a shirt. And I scroll through and I have 10 shirts that are just hanging there that I never wore. Like the people bought me, or I wore one time for something that I'll never wear again. Like I have one shirt that I only wear once a year. It's my my red Wham Christmas shirt. I'm not wearing that on a Tuesday in April. I'm wearing it during Christmas season. That's it.
Remember Booger from Revenge of the Nerds had the Who Farted shirt.
And Booger is exactly the guy that should be wearing Who Farted t-shirt. By the way, my mother-in-law for Christmas got me a t-shirt with a drum set on it, and it said, "I may be looking at you, but I'm thinking about Trump."
Oh man, she knows you. She knows you. I haven't seen you wear that one. You're a t-shirt guy.
I wear it around the house a lot.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It's just weird how people don't, they don't get it.
No.
There was some fight in my house, not my house, but at my dad's house on Christmas, as to a present that they wanted to buy Jake, Pete's son.
Yeah.
And my father wanted to get him a sweatshirt that had something to do with hockey. And but it was like a generic kind of
Right.
Or
but I think really a good rule of thumb is once a person is 16, stop buying them clothes.
or
Unless can you buy this for me? You know what I mean? Like you don't go and choose it.
once you're over 70, stop trying to buy clothes. For
Yeah,
16
that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a weird one.
It was like a t-shirt that said something like I'm making this up. This wasn't it. It was like hockey.
I may look like I'm listening to you, but I'm thinking about hockey.
No, it was like hockey. I play hockey for the fights. One of those kind of shirts.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, he'll love this. And his wife was like, no, I don't think he will. And there was a big fight went on. And sure enough, I found out about this fight. So the minute Jake opened up that package, like, oh man, that's a good guy who picked that out. He knows the deal right there.
Cool.
That guy is with it.
Although I gotta tell you, my dad's bought me good stuff. Like he's got good taste when it comes to me.
Yeah.
I'm not,
My dad used to do the greatest thing because I have 3 brothers, so there's 4 of us. My dad would go shopping and bring stuff home, and he'd go, "Who wants this? I thought this would be a good one for you, Tim." And Tim would be like, "No." He goes, "Tom, you want?"
No.
Yeah. He goes, "Tom, you want this?" And he goes, "Oh, all right, another one for Dad."
I wonder. See how you look back finally on those dad jokes.
Yeah.
I don't. My kids are not in that phase yet. They do not look
They'll get
fondly
there.
on them. No.
Oh, they'll get there.
What about your dad, Carmen?
Oh, what? Hello?
Oh, it's on. You can't blame me. It's been on. It's been.
Hi.
Oh, just deciding not to.
I thought maybe
You
we were
guys
off.
really haven't. I've been listening, not very
Carmen?
entertained. I'm not
What do
ready
you
to
mean?
jump in yet.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want to be a part of this.
I was like, I swear on my kids, the button was on. I
Yeah,
didn't do it.
no, I'm kidding. I did something bad.
Carmen,
You blow up the bathroom.
No,
squeeze out an O-ring.
no.
Oh man.
I accidentally took my vitamins without eating.
Oh, tummy.
Oh yeah.
And my stomach is like, hey, bitch, like, what did you put in here? And I'm like cramped over right now, like trying not to either puke or,
Listen, I thought we were gonna have to.
You're
I thought we were
like,
gonna have that best of today.
yeah,
What?
I thought I had COVID yesterday.
Oh, really?
Jeez.
Not
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
It's gone.
before everybody is like big deal COVID. Yeah, I know. I just didn't want to give it to everybody else.
Yeah.
I could have operated with it, but I felt like somebody beat me up while I was sleeping.
Ooh.
Like it reminds me of the first time I had COVID, where I didn't really have any cold symptoms, but my body just was beat up.
Yeah.
Oof. I mean, I was in bad shape. And
Did you at any point feel like you're sitting under 3 bears? Because that's what I feel like.
Oh,
Right? It's
no.
so hot there right now.
Spanish. That must be the gym. 'Cause
want me to do
everything
it
else,
now?
yeah, I might as well.
Yeah, Spanish even took off his peanuts hockey
Yeah.
shirt.
Just shut it off, Spanish. Yesterday I was so sick during the Bucks game. Like I was sitting in my chair wearing an old man sweater. I had like a cardigan on,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
had it wrapped up around me. It was so bad that my mother-in-law actually got up, walked over, and felt my head. I just felt like I got hit by a truck.
Was it after Baker Mayfield's interception? Or no?
Yeah, it was. Well, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers did not win yesterday. It was a tough game going into it. The Lions are a good team, and I have to tell you, you should all be very happy with this season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They made it a lot further than most of the teams at a time where everybody was like, oh, you got a washed-up quarterback and a guy who, a receiver that they don't want to sign, and the team's falling apart. And they came together and won more games than I think anybody expected, except for me. I said 12.
I gotta tell you, I thought going into that game that the Bucks were going to win,
So
and
did I.
even during the game, I thought they were doing well. And
it
I
was
was
a
like,
good game.
I was like, listen, they're running out of time, and then Evans got that touchdown. I go, there is still a chance here, but yeah, it's difficult. When you get down to that, you're playing the best teams.
Some broad put on my Facebook, the Bucks shouldn't even be there. They're on 9-8. And I go, listen to me. Not only were they there, but they almost beat your team. So don't take any crap away. Give them any crap. They were great.
Dumb argument.
Yeah, I know. That's just non-real football fans just know. I thought they played great yesterday. It made for a great playoff game, and that's it. That's how it goes. So
I was convinced we were going to win in the last drive. I'm like, this is happening, man. He's going to.
because Baker Mayfield could do it.
I'm like, they're playing so good. He's going to go right down the field. I'm like,
It's
son
just
of a
time.
bitch.
It was time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Time beat them, not the.
The problem was they were chasing points the entire game.
Yeah.
Like when they couldn't come out and score after halftime, when they had a chance to go up, they were just like, and they would just have to chase the points, which in playoffs you can't do that.
Kate Otten. Oof.
Yeah, how important do field goals become
Oh,
in the
yeah.
playoffs,
Huge,
right? Like
huge.
it
Packers.
really is.
It's
And that guy bounced it off for the Packers. You were
Yeah.
like, oh boy,
Oh,
that
and then the
ruined it for
Bills,
him.
Bills again, wide right.
Oh,
It's
my
like,
God.
ooh,
If we had that field goal, that would change everything as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to try and go for 2 there at the end. And I don't know, man. The worst part about this is the team's probably going to look very different next year.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like who?
Well, Evans, they
mean-
don't know if Evans is going to come back.
If
They don't
I'm
have money
Evans-
to keep him.
If I'm Evans, I take the biggest offer and I go because he's going to be stuck here.
Evans is going into this is going to be his last contract of his
Yeah.
career. A lot of teams are going to
Wanna
want
get
Mike
paid.
Evans, and now it's going to turn into a bidding war. So it's going to come down to whether or not he wants to be here. Or he says he wants to be here, but it's money.
Yeah, but he offered to be here in the beginning. He said, "I will stay here. Give me my contract before the season started." And they said, "No."
Yeah.
So now I think you should go. And
Well,
trust me, I don't want him to go.
Yeah, I don't know if the Bucks have enough money because you got Tristan Wirf's contract is up. You have to sign him. You
Yeah.
cannot let him go. Antoine Winfield Jr.'s contract's up. They're probably franchise tag him. You can't let
You
him
need
go.
him, yeah.
Devin White, he's out of here.
He's gone, yeah.
Levante David, also free agent.
Old.
Even though old, had a great year.
I know, but
had
it's
led the team in tackles yesterday. So it's like you've got all these guys, and Dave Canales, who's the offensive coordinator, is interviewing for the Panthers job. So now you got your offensive coordinator out of here,
Oh,
and
man.
you got Baker Mayfield, who of course they want to come. The Bucks said they want him back. Baker said he wants to come back, but quarterbacks, David Carr and Garoppolo, they're getting $40 million a year right now. So that's the going
Yeah.
rate for a quarterback.
Well,
And
they
what?
gotta-
He only got $4 million for this 1 year.
Well,
I think so. with
Right?
in-
What? It was like
incentives
a
and stuff.
low
Incentives.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
gotta prove it. But so yeah, they're quarterbacks are going for $40 million a year right now. So there's a lot of teams that are going to look into Baker Mayfield as well. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's going to be. You're right. It's going to be.
The
weird.
team's just going to look very
But-
different.
I like to say 2 words. Jason Light
Yeah,
figures things out.
he
gets
does.
things done.
He
So,
does.
Except that one time he really embarrassed me on the
Oh,
sideline
yeah.
of a football game. I mean, good guy and all that, but
Like,
not
so
you.
totally ignored me.
I hope we don't lose Dave Canales because towards the end of the year, I feel like his offense really started. They're putting up points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I said to him, I go, "Hey, Jason, Mike Calta met you." And he goes, "Huh? Oh yeah."
Oh,
Oh my
Sorry,
god!
Michael. I hit it.
Snub.
I threw up inside my own throat.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Didn't he give you like that wave, but it was
Oh,
someone
dude.
behind you?
Asked him.
Well, he
Oh,
kind of was
no.
like looking in the area, and I kind of looked at him, and I was like, "I don't know if he's talking to me," but he made eye contact with me,
Not
so
Not
I'm
you.
just gonna say hi to him. And then he definitely was like, "Oh yeah, hey." Oh my god! At dinner, he was like, "Yeah, I listened." He goes on the way into work early in the no
Hey, you,
lies.
you go, "Hey, Jason," and he goes, "Hey, man, can you get out of the way? I'm trying to
Yeah.
talk to this guy."
Yeah.
Oh
It was close to that. It was very close to that.
my god.
Not mad. It just felt a little upset
hurtful,
there.
yeah.
I don't want Evans to leave.
I don't want Evans to leave either, but
Yeah.
if you appreciate the guy, he deserves to get
Yeah.
a big pile of money, and if we can't give it to him, he deserves to get it from somewhere.
And whoever signs him, you're assuming you're getting another 1,000-yard year, you
Yeah.
know, out of him. I mean,
Yeah.
he's done it every year he's been in the league, so it's crazy.
He just had his best statistically his best year. A lot of
Was-
drops though, including the one they took
Oh
to.
my god! What is
interception.
that? Is that a mental thing, or
I
is
don't know, man.
Baker throw too hard, or what's going on?
He drops the ball and like it seems like what it looks like an easy catch, and
Yeah.
then it makes an insane, amazing grab down the sideline.
Listen, Gio, it's not part of the script.
Uh,
Yeah, for
He
real.
ruined. He
Thank
was
you,
ruining.
Carmen.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not wrong.
You know what I would love to do is for us to go somewhere with a pro quarterback and try and catch a ball
Oh,
from him.
my
Forget
God.
about
I
it.
bet we would jam our fingers.
I bet we
Yeah.
couldn't catch a good high school quarterback.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Ow.
They throw that thing and then mix in the weather.
Oh.
I
Very
say what
cold.
looks like an easy catch, but I know it's probably
Oh,
not.
yeah, no, yeah.
If it's hitting you in the hands
You
or the
assume,
chest, it's an
yeah.
easy catch for an NFL receiver, and that's
Right.
just, but now you got to consider the velocity and once that ball is thrown and the weather and all that.
There's a couple interceptions too that were right there, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, I know. When Jamel Dean went out, that was it.
Yeah.
Because the McCullum kid that came in, they just were just like the Lions scored like 2 plays later.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, look,
and we
it
were still in it. All that,
I
all the
know.
we played all the mistakes, and we were still down to the last drive.
was great. It was a good game. It was a great season. It was good to watch the team. It was good to watch them grow and play together and make it to the playoffs. So congratulations to them, and congratulations to the Lions who advanced. Who are playing? Who do the Lions play? The 49ers?
Yeah.
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 And then the Chiefs play
Ravens.
the Ravens. What kind of Ravens are unbelievable?
And I have to tell you, I really think the Lions needed this more than the Buccaneers.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I mean? Like, it's been a long time.
Hey, listen, just type Detroit into Google Images and look what that city looks like.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. It's disgusting down
Yeah.
there. And they kept saying the last time they were in the playoffs was in '91. Guess what year I was born?
Oh yeah, it's a
I
good
wasn't-
year.
I wasn't even born yet, except my birthday's late March, so I wasn't even born the last time the Lions were in the playoffs.
It blows
So
my mind that you don't know the 80s.
Yeah.
Right?
no, I know nothing about it.
I only have 3 years in the 80s. 87,
Maybe your
88,
hairline
89.
was 64.
That is very true.
My I forget that my kids are Floridian sometimes. Like I just look at them, I go, oh yeah, you're from Florida.
Yeah,
You're-
one of
you're from
us.
Sunshine Kids.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's awesome when you go over to Europe and you tell people you're born in Florida. They're just immediately like, "What? You guys bang your cousins and eat alligators?" Like, well,
Isn't that weird how the rest of the country, because all those Florida man stories, look at
Yeah.
us like that, and
terrible.
you're like, okay.
And it's all because they passed a law where none of those stories are private anymore. Publicly, they have to share all the stuff with the news and the media.
What do you
So,
mean?
like, your arrest records and all that stuff, their media has access to it. In most
Oh,
other
yeah.
states, it's illegal.
No, but no, because well, that should be it's all public record if
Well,
it's using public funds to do all that stuff.
Here, yeah, that's why you get a lot of Florida man stories, and you can go in the
Oh.
database. Yeah, not good, not good.
Well, kind of good when you need to. You get the information on somebody who's bugging you.
Yeah,
and it
pops up.
scares people from coming.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah,
They
yeah,
think
keep
we're all
them away,
meds.
Carmen. Just keep them away for sure. Nobody's looking at it going, I don't want to live in Florida.
know,
They're
yeah.
still
You
coming in droves.
yeah.
You don't know.
Oh,
Now we have a full-time governor again.
yeah.
Whoops.
Okay, so DeSantis drops out. Is there some sort of deal made with DeSantis? Because right now DeSantis says, "Look, I'm third behind Haley and Trump, and we all know Trump's so far ahead of everybody else. It's just not worth it anymore and back out." I don't think his ego does it. I think somebody came in and said, "Listen, Haley's creeping in. Join forces. We push Haley out, then I'll take care of you." I think that's how the ego. Like, look, you're not going to win, but if you come out now, we'll remember you, kid.
I think that's 100% what's going on.
I think so.
Maybe he
too.
jumps on as the VP.
That's what I'm saying. That's
You
what I
won't-
think.
You won't beat a Trump
Nah,
DeSantis.
yeah.
You won't beat a Trump DeSantis card.
No.
It's impossible.
But I don't think Trump would put him on. I think DeSantis knew that Ramaswamy was doing that, trying to get a VP. He dropped out, and that's what he's doing.
I don't think any way that you're going to get Trump Ramaswamy either.
Nah.
I don't think there's
I
no way.
wish.
I don't think Trump picks any of them up. I think
Yeah.
Trump has a wild card in his back pocket, but
His
in
daughter.
his politician world, that's what their mind is thinking. They're like, let me jump on this VP ticket real quick. Let me get
Yeah,
out
but
of
not
here.
just VP. It's a DeSantis wants to be Secretary of State
Yeah.
or
Right,
have some sort of cushy cabinet job. I imagine Trump and Trump.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
that would
dude.
be fantastic.
Trump's everywhere.
Trump. Yeah.
You say fantastic?
Yeah. She gets it done overseas.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
dude.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just don't know. I mean, that's
You think
like
he goes
saying-
with the girl?
His daughter, dude. I mean,
Oh yeah, out of all of them for sure.
besides the fact that he very uncomfortably mentions how hot she is every once in a while.
Yeah.
He hasn't done that in years.
Thank God.
Spanish.
But
I know she's only 11.
no.
No. I'm saying I have never looked at my daughter and said the words other than beautiful or
very
beautiful.
normal.
Yeah, like the word hot doesn't even enter
Yeah.
my brain.
Joe says ripe.
Yeah, it's true.
Not about my daughter. Joe would be speaking through a broken
Heard
teeth.
whispers.
Don't put that out there.
I've got tape. You said that.
Yeah, I just
To
you know,
you.
So you have said it.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I've
he
said
Yeah,
it
to
to
Gio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gio's sisters, right?
Yeah.
You
for
told me,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. I was talking about your
I
sister.
can't believe how long have you worked here and we still haven't gotten to meet her yet.
Oh no, you never will.
that's a lot.
She doesn't like.
How do you know?
No,
Yeah.
she don't like you guys.
Well, that's not
Is
true.
that what she says in my DM?
Nah, well.
Nobody believes that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, well, that was the first time I ever knew Trump was on. He's got to be on some type of Adderall when he was talking about his daughter, and he's like, "She's so hot. Look at her." Oh, I mean, I don't know what I'm
Oh, yeah.
saying.
I mean,
He's not wrong.
she's right.
No.
She's hot.
She's super hot.
And he's a guy who uses words like that all the time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
But you
it's
can't say that about your daughter.
you know what I mean? I'm not like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right,
Say it.
right.
Say it about your daughter.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
Weird.
Your dad can only say it about the girls he locked up in the prison.
Exactly.
exactly. He doesn't
Basically,
say it
not
about me.
you.
Yeah.
He's got morals.
Yes.
Can I tell you, Galvin, you know you like those murder shows?
Yes.
And I hate them. And my wife loves them. Most wives love them.
Most
and I
ladies,
hate 'em.
Me.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, girls are into that stuff. And I'm not. And then Friday night, 2020 or something said, well, when you come back, there's a murder case. And then I go, Jesus Christ. And then just like Judge Judy and Dr. Phil 20 minutes into it. I'm like,
Sucks
well, we
in.
gotta know. We
Yeah,
gotta know where they're
yeah.
coming from. I watched this whole. Did you happen to see it? The guy who killed the girl in the bathtub.
Oh yeah, and she wasn't wet. That one.
Oh no, she was wet. She had her head in the bathtub, and her arms tied. And then some other girl got attacked, and he tried to do the same thing to her. And they thought it was one guy, and they chased him all these years. And then the DNA proved it was a different guy, and nobody expected it to be that guy. And then they went and found his notes, and he was writing all. He's like, I'm like, the devil's in me. I can't
Oh,
control
boy.
it anyway. Yeah, it was like really, it was sick stuff. But I hate that stuff, but I was so into it. I watched it. I was like, oh, man, this is
Interesting.
amazing.
It is good stuff. You seen Snap? That's my favorite one of all. Of them.
Snap? No.
Yeah, where it's mostly women, right? Is it mostly
Yeah.
women that that just end up snapping and murdering everybody? Yeah.
Yeah, no. I haven't seen that.
The problem is now though, Dateline, it's like an all new Dateline, this, that, and then 3 minutes in, I'm like, I've seen this one. It's the boyfriend. Like, what are we doing? Why are we repackaging
I
them
think
as
there's
new?
I think it's like Baby's Daddy. A lot of them just look the same.
No,
They sound the
it's
same?
their
Every
totally.
time the guy goes, Maury goes, and he says the baby Kataya, and I'm like, Kataya. We know that name. We've heard that before, and it's always new. But I don't know.
American Nightmare that's on Netflix. We had talked about it last week because I watched it. It's a 3-part docu-series, really interesting. A lot of people hit me up and they're like, yes, that is
It
great.
is good.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
All right, I'm gonna check that
Very,
out.
very
Yeah, it's the
interesting.
kind of show where I'm
Yeah.
like, no way. And then I watch 5 minutes of it, and I go, oh, this is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Because
What'd you
this is one of those ones too where you're like, what? There's no way. What?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. This is my barometer though. Is the last one I saw was with the guy who was helping his friend.
Yeah.
Is it anything as crazy as that?
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff that blows your mind that you can't even believe is real in this.
I'm
Yeah,
in.
for sure.
I'm in.
do?
I mean, nobody's doing that.
Yeah, I
but,
don't need it. Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes
there's a
I think
little
about
bit.
that show, about the guy who gave the other guy a handy because he asked for it. And
Release.
I think that Pete's my best friend in the world that I've been friends with for 25 years and would do anything for him and his family except that.
Right?
Yeah, like if we were sitting in the car and Pete was like, I just need something, I'd go, are you out of your goddamn mind? Are you just ask me for that? I'd be like, you out of your goddamn mind? There's no way in the world. Like, even if he's like, please, on our friendship, I go, get the hell out.
Yeah.
What about just a hug, though, Michael?
No, I mean, look,
See?
if he was
See what I do
crying,
for- look what I do for you.
Yeah.
See, but you're nice. A nice person. Thank you.
listen,
Joe.
the last thing that I want is Pete. I might give Pete a handy before I hug him if he's crying.
He's
I
crying?
don't want that at all.
Listen, he would need the hug more than the the other thing.
I don't think I've ever seen Pete cry. Well, maybe like his mother's funeral or something
Yeah.
like that, but I don't think I've ever seen sad emotions like that. I don't know.
What if they said this is the only way to stop Pete from dying? Is
Oh
to,
man.
How old is he?
now.
Like, is it when he's 74?
No, it's right now.
Do I have to do it, or can
You
somebody
have
else
to.
do it?
Oh.
To completion?
Yes.
Does he live a long time afterwards?
You don't know. He could live
5 minutes.
You,
after.
5 minutes.
Oh,
You might be
dude.
doing it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh.
Could be
God.
5 minutes. Could be 25 years.
Okay, I'd go. Okay, I'll do it. But if he dies, if it happens again tomorrow, I'm not doing it again. Just letting you know.
If
No,
he
you never
dies,
have
he
to do it
dies.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dies whenever he dies. This is just one
Right, but
time.
I'm saying, like, if they come back 2 days later and like, we need you to save Pete again, I go, no.
Very effective.
Pete
Very
again.
effective treatment you
Nope.
gave him.
Yeah,
You need it
sorry.
one more time.
It's over.
So yes or no?
No,
Pete calls me twice a week to save him.
yeah, I think Pete's dying again. Is this weird? Am I being used for something?
I need saving again. Get over here.
Come over after dinner. I might need saving.
I have to tell you that. That I was going to say that.
Mm.
No, I mean, I think I'd save his life, of course, but I don't know. I'm trying to think if I extend that, would I do that for anyone else?
Mm-mm.
Bobby?
No.
Bobby, look at me, go, dude.
Oh.
Let me die.
Do you need time to think about this?
Why?
I need to
Oh,
go. I need to
no.
leave.
Why you gotta
what
poop?
happened?
Yeah, I have to.
Poop, poop,
Okay,
poop. You only
Monica-
got 3 minutes.
Oh, Monica's here. Perfect.
Let's go to
Oh.
break.
Okay, thank you.
Go to break. Let Carmen poop.
Oh,
And we'll be back with Sporkle. It's a Mike Calta Show. Carmen's got a dirty butt next on 102.5 The Bone. I know we have a lot of things to give away. What I don't know is where Spanish is at this point.
Hmm.
Is this morning poop time? Your mic's not on.
I have no
Your
idea.
mic's not
Every
on.
time.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Wait,
I went out there and walked the dogs. I checked that the recycling had already been picked up.
It had?
Oh yeah.
Damn it, Joe.
So
damn
we're
it.
gonna, we'll work some magic,
Joe,
Michael. Don't
okay,
worry.
you know why? Time to go to the dump.
Yeah. All
I
right.
love the dump.
Total
Okay.
fail.
Listen,
6 o'clock, lights aren't on, microphone's not on, making noise back through
Yeah,
the thing.
that's very exasperating. I
missed
understand how you feel.
recycling.
Mm.
Woof.
I don't think that I've ever held back on admitting that I am, when it comes to being a man, I'm not much of a man. Like, I'll tell you, I'm afraid to ride roller coasters. I don't know how to change my own oil. I don't know a lot of that stuff, right? Why was I telling you this? I just want to talk
Going
bad
to the
about
dump.
myself. Oh, yeah, going to the dump. Thank you, Galvin. Brought it
Mhm.
back around.
Speaking of going
makes
to
me-
the dump,
makes
Spanish
me-
is back.
Going to the dump makes me feel like a man, but here's where it falls into where I'm back to not being a man again. And this is something I know is pretty simple, but I'm openly going to say it on the air. I have a new truck from Stingray Chevrolet,
Mhm.
and I love it. Usually, I don't get to pick the color, so I sometimes I have like a tan truck, and you're like, ooh, nice truck with ugly color. A green truck, even worse. I hate green. I have a nice black truck, or like a charcoal gray. It's really nice, and it's comfortable inside, and it's so good, and I love everything about it. And they even have one of those covers on the pickup bed, that you can unfold and take
Yeah.
off. I don't know how to do it. know how
Oh
to get it
boy.
off.
Mm.
It's impeding on my my dump time because I don't know how to take the top cover off so that I can get over to the dump, put the stuff in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to ask a man.
I thought you were a dyed-in-the-wool truck guy.
Get the truck, a truck. I like to drive them. I don't know how to operate
Mm.
most of the stuff that goes with it.
Is it electric or
No, it's a man's truck.
no? I'm talking about the cover on the back.
I
'cause
don't even, do
now-
they make them that way?
now they have ones you just flip the switch and it just
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I got to check that out.
yeah, it might be.
I'm going to be pushing all the buttons in there trying to open it. I'm sure it's a matter of, you just unlatch this and slide it. I just don't know.
Yeah,
So I'll have to call my nephew or some other man that is a man's man. And
Joe, put it on the list.
All right.
Joe.
It's on the list.
I would not ask you
No
those sort
things
of
to
questions.
do.
All right.
Yeah.
By the way,
I
you know what else you want to put on your list? This garbage over here that's encroaching on me.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
come on, Joe.
What's
Yeah.
this? You're encroaching on
We're,
my space.
we're making improvements, Galvin. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
I don't like it. Put up a sign that says,
All right. Under
"Pardon our
construction."
mess."
just look at that whole corner.
Yeah.
It's just like a mess.
It's
I say the
operation
same
corner.
thing when I look at your corner, Gio.
Oh,
You were supposed to help me, by the way. You said you're going to come help me with
No,
cans.
I said
and
I
you
was
didn't
doing the
show up.
dogs. I went out there and
And
looked.
and you were going to go. What? It takes you 15 minutes to do the dogs?
Yeah, because
Wow.
I like to get back here when the show's back on.
Okay,
Oh.
never help me.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
help
yeah,
me.
yeah.
You
Is
again.
that where we go?
Follow
Right
up
there?
question: Why?
Why? Because I know how much you appreciate me, Galvin.
Yeah,
That's
well.
why.
Gio, you were right.
So what did Gio say?
He's never helping Joe with any of the lights again because Joe's a dick.
I got
No, yeah.
I got you, Joe.
Okay.
Oh, Joe, the same guy who hugged you while you were crying.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
And that
Thanks
was
a lot.
over. That was over now,
Okay.
right? It's in the
Alright.
past.
What have you done for
Never
me lately?
again.
Right? Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah.
I'm glad
good.
you brought this
That's
up, so
it.
now I know I will let Pete die.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe
Speaking of-
couldn't reach his light that was too high,
I know.
so he was asking me to turn it on and off every day. And then he was a jerk to me. I said, "No,
Yeah.
turn
I
it on
wasn't a
yourself."
jerk to you.
Yeah,
now
you
go,
were.
I said, "Now go get your step stool.
No, you started as a jerk.
Now go get your
the
step
new
stool."
shine box is step
Yeah.
stool.
Yeah.
Go get your step stool.
Listen to you.
And
I'm
now
not-
it's down. Now
Yeah.
he doesn't have it up there.
No
anymore.
light.
Because I moved it.
I don't know if
I
you
don't
heard,
need you
Gio.
anymore.
I don't know if you heard, but I'm not climbing step stools
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Why'd you
Oh.
move it, Joe?
Because
Oh,
I don't need you.
Yeah,
That's why.
I told you I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
You're
that's right. You said
rude.
that from the beginning.
rude.
Galvin and I
inconsiderate.
fight once every 3 years. You guys fight every show.
Oh,
Yeah. Go back to trash, man.
okay. Taking
Wow.
out the garbage. Taking out the trash.
It's the worst.
I hate how good your song.
Nice. Garbage.
All right, listen to me. We got stuff to give away, Carmen. What? Oh, is she back from her dump?
Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
I am.
Oh.
I don't know.
To wash your hands.
I texted you.
I don't. The
Jeez.
last person you should text during the show is me. I never look. At
I
my
text the group.
I'd be
I don't-
blocked.
I don't look at the group. I only look at it when somebody says, "Look at the group text." Are you
Oh.
mad because I made you telling an old lady? The group.
No, I just ew.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
illed me.
Yeah,
You're
this whole
gross.
thing. Ew.
Oh,
Yeah.
glad to see we're kicking off this Monday in a great fashion.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Good week.
Carmen, would you mind please telling the people what we have to give away today?
I would.
Because
No, I'm kidding.
I do know we have some interesting stuff. I know we have Travis Scott tickets to give away.
We do. He's going to be over in Orlando at the
Yeah.
end of the month. We also have tickets for Pantera, Monster Jam, Steve Trevino, Third Eye Blind, and Kona Big Wave.
What about Pat McGann? Did that happen already?
We don't have him on the list, so I don't know.
I think that was this weekend. You know, it was supposed to be this weekend and
do.
didn't happen. Mr. Big.
Mr. Big got the Mr. Big got the flu.
Yeah, I think they got the Carmen ate too many vitamins at once.
I'm the one who wants to be
Addicted
with
to
you.
that.
All right, let's give some stuff away right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to play compound word ladder. Can you name the compound words in this ladder? But instead of the usual 4-letter ladders that we're used to where one letter changes, in this compound word ladder, one word will change.
Okay.
Okay?
Gio's just shaking his head like, no way.
Yes. Okay, so your first one, severe white weather in winter.
Snowstorm.
Mike. So now one word is going to change. Your next clue, a sudden idea, thought, or impulse.
Brainstorm.
Mike. Oh, wrong one. Okay. Controlled and system.
Brainwash.
Geo. To clean
Power
a
wash.
Whitewash.
to clean a swimming pool filter. To clean a swimming pool filter. This is a terrible clue. Your last word was brainwash.
Power wash.
I was looking for backwash.
All right.
That's spit and soda.
Yeah.
Yes, like I said,
Yeah.
bad clue, Sporkle. Baseball catcher behind the catcher.
Baseball
Backplate.
catcher behind the catcher. Oh,
Oh.
backstop.
Backstop. Yeah.
Backstop, Mike. Position between
Shortstop.
second. Geo. A method of rapid writing.
Shorthand.
Geo. Unrehearsed.
Offhand.
Spanish. Away from the beach drilling.
Offshore.
Spanish. Shell hunters terrain.
Seashore.
Slow it down, big guy.
Needing Dramamine on a cruise.
Seasick.
Mike and Pap.
17
We-
cruises, baby. I know what's going on.
We are halfway there.
Galvin is not on the board. He has 0 points.
Too much
Spanish
clutter over here.
and Geo are tied with 3.
I got him.
And
I
Mike
got him.
is your leader right now.
Yeah.
He's actually playing the game and winning with 4.
Thank you. Spanish. I almost spit out my coffee. Spanish did spit out his coffee. It's coming out. I got him. And it's on video from two different sources.
Neither of them, Joe.
I got it. I can see him.
Three
Thanks.
sources. Three sources. All right, here we go.
All right.
What was
We
the
are-
last one?
Clutter.
We are playing compound word ladder. Your last word was seasick.
Thank you.
Your next clue, child on their first
Seesaw.
sleepover.
Homesick.
Homesick, Geo. School after school. Last word was homesick.
Homeschool.
School after school.
Homeroom.
No.
Homework.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Homework.
bad clue.
4th of July
Fireworks.
specialty.
Yay,
Wait, what'd you say?
Firework.
Firework.
Fireworks.
It's firework.
Thank you.
No plural. Yes.
Look, Alvin got it.
Did go? Okay, I
Yeah.
thought he said fireworks. I was just making sure. That's why I asked.
Galvin's face.
Well, everyone was talking. Your next one, a bright bug.
Firefly.
Spanish. Colorful insect or a swimming stroke.
Butterfly.
Calvin. Baby Ruth and
Butterfinger.
this. Mike. Tiramisu essential ingredient.
Ladyfinger.
Yep. Galvin. Spotted in the
Ladybug.
garden. Spanish. Scrooge says
Humbug.
blah. Mike. Monotonous. Blah.
Humdrum.
Galvin. And Pap. We're on the last 3.
Galvin and Gio are both tied with 4. Spanish has 5, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 6.
Oh, my comeback. My comeback.
What was the last one? Humdrum?
Humbug.
Humbug. No,
Nope.
humdrum.
Humdrum. Compound word ladder. Last three. Last word was humdrum. Here we go. This body part catches some waves.
Eardrum.
Mike. To tag for a particular purpose.
Earmark.
Mike. And your last one. Paper impression.
Watermark.
I thought it was like, hey, look at me on paper. Look at this. Look at me, paper.
Were they changing every 3 clues? Like
Every
was it switching
two.
back
It
and
was
forth?
every two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your final score, Gio and Galvin both tied with 4, Spanish with 6, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 8.
Mm. Mm. Did you have the crap again?
No, it didn't play when I clicked it.
That was 3 in a
It was
row.
3 in a row.
Time
gotta
to
let us
make
know
my
before.
big rule.
I try harder.
Oh, you were only half-assing it today?
Calvin, this isn't your fault. It's all the clutter. You were saying it earlier. There's too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't.
What a mess. What an embarrassment.
Disgusting.
Joe, do you need a storage container?
Oh my god.
No, Michael, that's all right.
Okay.
No, I'll just jam it under my desk.
Yeah, yeah. I know Galvin enjoys it.
Like, cover that up.
Yeah.
What's going
Just
on?
cover your face up.
Oh, burn. You got me.
I thought that was pretty good.
The recycling go out?
Yes, yes, it did. You're welcome.
They already came. They did.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Did you put it out?
Somebody drove by when I put it out there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, it
Just
was out
filled
there
with-
when they drove by. I
Filled
don't know
with
who it was.
disappointment.
Listen, it's not my job. I was helping Joe out.
And you want to be on my
Thanks.
peanut hockey club.
Wow.
All right. I would like you guys to do a
Uh,
nice little chant
Okay.
that includes the words Michael and champion. You can get together, discuss it. One guy can lead it off. You could do it all together. Whatever you'd like to do.
A chant?
Yeah, like
Chant.
Michael, he's
Michael.
our man. He is the great champion. Actually, I like that one. And you can use it if you'd like, but
Okay.
mix it up if you want.
Michael,
No,
he's
no,
the
together.
man.
Together. Oh, kind of. I mean, don't just half-ass it. 1, 2, 3. Michael, he's
Yeah.
our man. You know, me happy about it.
2, 3, 4.
Michael, he's our man. He's the best champion.
What happened there?
We
Did
had
somebody
the
have a
champion.
stroke in the middle of it?
Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
champion.
Sounded fine to me.
All right. It's fine. We'll work on it for tomorrow.
Champion.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, Tops Off World Tour, Mystery Man, and Bees.
Oh, no. Bees ruin everything.
Bees.
Carmen, let me pick a winner real quick, okay?
Okay.
Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, it's Matt.
Hi, Matt. You're the winner today.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
All right, pal. Hold on, okay? Carmen will take care of you, and we'll hook you up with your tickets. You have your choice, including everything ranging from Steve Trevino to Travis Scott. How about this show, huh? Look at the TV, how scary that is. All robot heads.
Oh, it's the
Did
future,
you-
man.
Did you see why they're showing that?
No.
The most advanced humanoid android that they
I
have.
saw the
Oh,
story
yeah.
you sent, yeah.
Did you see what it was saying about its fears of the future?
No, what did it say?
Mamma mia.
How long until we bang it?
Bro, well, probably already been banging it. That's maybe
Oh.
why it's so afraid.
You have to think that Westworld was the best.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like if you told me I can go to the desert and I could be a cowboy for a couple of days and bang girls and not really cheat on my wife because they're robots, I'm in.
Murder a bunch of
I
people.
wonder if
Yeah.
my wife would care about us banging robots. I don't care that she
Yeah,
bangs a robot.
Yeah.
Are
That's
you-
like driving a car.
Yeah.
Are you in
Yeah.
love with the robot?
No, I know it's a
Ooh,
robot. I'm gonna
are
spit in its
you?
face when I'm done.
I don't know, but that's one thing you missed in the 80s, Carmen, is right now I'd be writing a song, I'm in love with the robot.
Oh.
I'm in love with the robot.
He's in love with a robot. All right, we got to take a break. Galvin has your news. We'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by, guess what? Pelt Shoes. It is January. It's the new year, and they're trying to help everybody crush their New Year's goals, your resolutions and stuff. Are you still sticking with those? Well,
I
Pelt,
am.
Pelt has
Hell
new
yeah.
goals, new sold sweepstakes where they're going to be giving away 10 pairs of shoes every week. They've been doing it so far, so you got to get in there, sign up for it. It is absolutely free. No purchase necessary. Stop into one of the Pelt 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers, and you can get some new shoes for free. They have all the brands you love: Brooks, New Balance, UFOS, Asics, on running, all of those in there. So that's the new goals, new sold sweepstakes. Pelt shoes, get them at Pelt.
Did you see that Alex Smith commercial for UFOs?
Dude, yes. I am so amazed still by Alex Smith
That he can walk.
That he can walk and that he went back and played in the NFL.
I was trying to explain
crazy.
it to my wife when I showed him he was talking about how UFOs are really good recovery shoes for the guy who had his knee destroyed and rebuilt and then went back and played. I never thought the guy would walk again. He went back and played in the NFL.
Not just knee, his leg. They were
leg.
going to cut his leg off.
Yeah.
They were basically going to cut
And
his
you
leg.
could see in the
it's-
commercial, you could see the scars on his
It's
leg.
still totally Frankenstein. It's ridiculous. I watched, there was a little documentary about that, and his wife was talking about it, and she was like, and we had to make the decision: do we cut his leg off, or what do we do? And the
crazy.
fact that he went back and played in the NFL is mind blowing.
Yeah. Well, you listen, your body is amazing if you treat it right.
Thank you.
Mine's pretty angry at me, I think. Anyway, so that is those are pretty cool. I know my wife bought them for my father-in-law for Christmas. They're good. They're good shoes.
They're nice.
All right, sorry, Gal. What do we have in news?
So Florida Governor Ron DeSantis suspended his Republican presidential campaign on Sunday, ending his 2024 White House bid just before the New Hampshire primary, while endorsing his bitter rival, Donald Trump. The decision leaves Trump and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley as the last major candidates remaining in the race ahead of Tuesday's New Hampshire primary.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't think Nikki Haley is going to have anywhere near what she needs to beat Trump. I don't think anybody's going to be surprised by that, even Nikki Haley. So does she have enough to hang out any further after this, waste any more money, or do they just go, oh, well, okay, Trump's the guy, which we all knew for the last 2 years anyway. So,
right.
And then if things go the way they are, so all of the things said that Trump would be the what are they? The polls. All the polls said Trump would easily win, and he did. So now he easily beats Biden according to the polls.
Yeah.
So this is so now you have to stop and go, okay, this is getting real again. This is really happening.
It's definitely real, and I think you're going to see Nikki Haley jump on as VP under Trump.
Yeah,
There's
You
gonna be
think
a
so?
lot of-
I don't.
yeah.
I think she talked too much crap about him. I think it would be ridiculous. I think somebody else is going to jump.
I don't know, because he needs the Republicans need a woman right now. That's like the only thing that the conservatives don't have. Last time we were in office, it was two men. One was super conservative that no one really had ever heard of before, and Trump. And now with DeSantis out, you need Haley in, especially if Michelle Obama's going to end up running for president.
I think she's still holding out hope that one of these
She is.
lawsuits is going to drop and push Trump out of the race.
No way.
It's funny because you say about him having Haley as vice president, and I go, yeah, you think? I don't know. But it's so weird because, like, our current vice president called our president racist.
Right?
And said Joe
Yeah.
Biden is a complete racist. And then he's like, you want to be vice president? She goes, we did it, Joe.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Trump
yeah.
is a little different than Biden.
Yeah, but you can.
Trump holds
but-
grudges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yes, that's the thing. I don't know whether it's necessarily. I was thinking whether Haley would even want to, attach
Yeah.
her wagon to Trump.
I could see
don't know.
Haley being the vice president. That halfway through, she goes, "I can't. I got to quit."
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Oh,
insane.
That would be bad.
Yeah, I listen. Now, if it comes down to it, Trump or Biden, who do you vote for?
Trump.
Oh, Trump.
It's so funny that we're all like saying the same thing.
Yeah.
You're about to vote for
Yeah.
Trump.
Clearly, my only reasoning behind that is money.
Yeah.
Your what money?
Vote with your wallet.
My 401k. And
Yeah.
I know, and it's sad because there's a lot of things that I think now the fact that they're trying to overturn abortion, that
That's all hogwash stuff. Some states
that's
will.
happening.
Yeah, but they're trying to overturn abortion. But I think is a great point to say that is just going to be a fight back and forth. Like
But
some
I
years.
want a
And
leader
what are
that
they-
says no, you have no control over our bodies.
Oh,
And I
okay.
want somebody that says that. Not and I also I have to tell you, I was dead set against it until I understood it. I was dead set against it till I understood it. I am for healthcare, but I was not for the forgiveness of student loans. And now that I understand it and who it's for and what it's for, I'm for the forgiveness of some student loans, not for all of them, not for people who just decide not to pay them back, for people who've been paying them back, who took jobs that are never going to make the money enough to pay them back. And I am for that. I believe that it's the only way we're going to get social workers. Is the only way we're going to get educators. It's the only way that these people that are taking these jobs that are never going to pay them enough money that still want to do it. I believe in that. But I can't say that I'd vote for Biden.
But I also agree with you. But timing is kind of key. And right now we're the most in debt that we've ever
Yeah,
been
but
as
we
a country.
waste money on way more
But-
frivolous
Yeah.
things than
That's
that.
my point. Is our
Ukraine,
president? Yeah,
huh?
our president
But-
currently is wasting that money, and then
But
just
let me ask you a question. Do you think we're wasting money on Ukraine, or do you
Yes.
think you do, or do you
100%.
right? But do you don't think that there's a reason why? You don't think you think we're doing this because of ego?
It also
No.
comes out of the defense budget. It's
Yeah.
not like we're like cutting
Taking
your
money out
programs.
of- you're right.
it's
Yeah, but
like
that-
like a three. I think they said 3 or 4% of the defense budget. What is
But
where it's
what
coming
I'm
from.
saying is that like I don't know all the answers. I don't think we ever will. But there's a reason why we want to be. I don't think
It's an energy war right now.
Right.
The reason we're in Ukraine is because we're fighting for who's going to be the energy
okay, but
leader
you
of the
don't think
world.
that that's important to be?
No, it's not
to have
important
that
because
position?
I
no.
think years from now we will look back on Ukraine and go, I can't believe we gave them all that money. I can't
But,
believe we
but
did that.
we didn't really give them money.
Well, yeah.
They're just money laundering it. And the
Yeah.
defense budget thing is an interesting argument when you start to see that our defense budget, if you're looking at a whole pie of money that we pay in taxes, and then they're just saying, oh, we'll take out this little sliver that you already paid us and give it back to you. It's kind of like
I'm not saying it's an argument. I'm saying that's where the money's coming from.
yeah. Well,
It's
that-
not like they're like canceling programs or we're like
yeah,
we're not
all
gonna
right, I see what
we're
you're
not
saying.
gonna build the roads because we're paying for Ukraine. It's the money's coming out of the defense budget.
And this whole thing about being in Ukraine, all these wars, it's all over natural energy and natural
Yeah.
gas and unlimited energy. And we're all living in the Stone Age. China just said that they have nuclear reactors that are the size of microchips. Private companies are creating little mini nuclear reactors. This whole thing is about wind, solar, water power. That's all garbage. This is all
Yeah.
garbage talking points because they're just funneling money around between countries, and everybody's like, I want,
I don't like when I bring up a point you confuse me.
yeah, I'm
You
sorry.
confuse me now with facts or
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's
even
crazy.
conjecture. I don't
But
really
the-
know what you
if-
have.
if we stand by and do nothing though, and Russia takes over that area,
Right,
then
that's
what?
the
Like that
point.
can't be good.
But so it just depends on what perspective you want to look at it, right?
The perspective of now we're in Ukraine. Now we own Ukraine.
Yeah, but we already owned Ukraine. NATO and the UN and NATO is us. We have Russia completely surrounded. They have nowhere to go. So right now what we're doing is we're depleting Russia of all their resources. China steps in, India steps in, and they say, we hate America also. We're going to help fund. So now Americans being smart, we go, okay, we're just going to start all these proxy wars. We're going to wait for all these countries to get run down. We blow up their pipeline so they no longer have access to natural gas.
We Right.
They're
Didn't
buying
do that.
Yeah, they're buying our natural gas from us. We have this big new green deal that we're trying to spread everywhere. Meanwhile, America has one of the biggest lithium mines in the entire world. We're literally just waiting for all the other countries to go bankrupt so they can't do anything, and we can step in and go, oh, by the way, we have all this lithium, all this
Okay.
electric energy.
All right. So then we are once again in control of everything.
Not we, with not
here.
Americans, not
I
the
live here.
people. Yeah, the elites are just going to be
Yeah.
more
The
elite.
with their
elites continue
bunkers.
to run this country.
And look at our
So
country.
what's going
Yeah.
to change?
That's never going to change. I
That's
don't
the
think.
point that I'm making. That's the point that I'm making is like all this stuff that they're talking
I
about.
think
is,
your point there is it doesn't matter who's president.
right. Yeah.
Right.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Really, I mean, it's the same. So that's why I say I'm looking for myself, for my money, my 401k, that type of stuff. Everything else that comes with it, that's all going to happen regardless
Yeah.
who's president. There's going to be all these, problems and stuff. But how it affects me is my money.
I also want to get this on record before we lose a bunch of listeners. If it comes down to a Biden-Trump thing, I'm voting for Trump. But I'm
all
bringing
day.
up things that I'm thinking
Yeah.
about. Now, and I don't think that there's time enough for a third-party candidate to come in. Not saying it wouldn't happen. I don't think there's time for one to come in and be effective before November. I don't.
Unless she's introduced like this. Please welcome Michelle Obama.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
I
she
mean,
would be
like more, all signs are pointing towards that. She's popping
Yeah.
up again. She's rolling, but I can't even see how that. That makes no sense
If
to
the
me.
money's there, that's
Yeah.
that's how
Because
it-
Biden,
I know, but it makes no
Biden
sense to
steps
me that
aside.
we would vote somebody's wife into office.
Yeah.
Well, she was just,
Oh,
of course,
insane.
she was the first lady for 8
Yeah,
years.
But then first, so my wife has been my wife for 21 years. If I walked out tomorrow, she's not coming in here and doing the show.
Yeah,
Do you
but I
want
mean,
Mahomes' wife in as
Oh.
quarterback?
My wife has a master's degree.
so does Michelle Obama, I believe.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. My wife has a master's degree, and I am a college dropout. And if she came in here to do this job, she would fail miserably at it.
Yeah, but I don't think you can compare it. That's
But I am, because it's one thing to say, like, would you let her be the CEO of a company tomorrow that she knows nothing about?
I mean, it depends what the qualifications are.
I
I mean, she's like what, Harvard
I'm
educated.
not saying she's not educated.
I
I'm
mean,
not saying
she's
she
just
wouldn't.
as qualified as any of the candidates that are running right now.
Yeah, but
that
she
were
has
running.
zero experience in politics. She has zero experience.
a-
in,
Neither did Trump.
Yeah, but Trump is an international businessman. He did the same thing.
She has international businesses.
What?
Michelle Obama.
Yeah, but what does she run?
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, she's also.
yeah, I don't know off the top of my
Yeah.
hand. I also don't follow her
It's on
in
your
that
head, by the way.
capacity.
It's not at the top
I mean,
of your hand.
she's been involved
I
in
said
public
head.
service for 20 years.
Yeah, but being a first lady is like having is just as arm piece.
I mean,
It's arm
she's,
candy.
to me, she's qualified. I'm not a fan of her, but she's qualified, if not more qualified than any of these people.
I don't.
Like,
she
it
was not
seems
an
like it's-
alderman. She was not a senator. she
So,
was not a governor. She
Either
is
were,
that.
either were a lot of Trump was
She-
president. He was none of those things.
She graduated from Princeton University and Harvard Law. She actually was the vice president for community and external affairs of the University of Chicago Medical Center. So she has some business background there.
I know a bunch of people who sit on the boards of hospitals and know nothing about how the hospitals operate.
She was vice president for the community, and
Yeah.
she wasn't a board member.
I want a vice president or a president that can do what Trump does when he goes overseas and just, I mean, it's an ego thing, but when I see all the leaders together with Trump, they at least
When he
know what's
pushed
up.
that one guy out of the
Yeah,
way so
man,
that he
like-
could walk first.
Bro,
Yeah.
like that's
Listen-
what I want. I'm tired of all these other presidents doing all the same stuff over and over again, just wasting our money overseas.
I'm not saying Michelle Obama would be good as a president whatsoever, but she's more than qualified.
Yeah,
Well,
I think she'd be just as good as some.
She's got
and
more
better than others.
Yeah, for sure. She's definitely qualified.
What I'm saying is, as a voter, I wouldn't vote for anyone who has no experience in the last.
Yeah.
Her experience is being Barack Obama's wife.
I mean,
for
she's
the
the
last
first
20
lady of the United
years.
States. That's kind of
I know, but-
downplaying. Well, she's just the
But what did
president's
she
wife.
do? Would you vote for Melania?
She was assistant to the mayor in Chicago. She was assistant commissioner of planning and development.
I mean, she's
she
been a
was,
public service her whole life.
Yeah. So do you
director-
want to give her?
director of Chicago Public Allies.
Hey, she's a community leader. You want
Yeah.
to make her community development
No.
leader from the
Yeah.
White House or liaison
I'm just saying
between.
what she has.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
background.
but I'm telling you that's what she's qualified for. And again, I think she's probably a very intelligent woman. She's Harvard educated. She's probably somebody who, if she sought out the presidency and went through the ranks to do that, I think that there's a possibility there. Donald Trump has been a businessman, a worldwide businessman, an international business dealer for 50 years. Like when we were kids, we knew who Donald Trump was. And tell me, you can't
But,
name
I
a lot
mean,
of other. Now that we have the internet. We didn't even have the internet before.
He was also born into that, and he's had countless
well,
failed businesses.
Listen, but it wasn't his. It was his father that gave him the initial money. But he
Right.
turned that into a global
Right.
empire. His
that-
father didn't do it.
Right. So that's that's why he's just as qualified as any of them.
His
are.
father was a glorified slumlord,
Yeah.
and he turned it into a global empire.
The
Right.
sad part
I'm not
is
saying, like I said,
And when you have a
I'm not
thousand
saying he's not
businesses,
qualified.
when you
I'm
have
saying
1,000
Michelle
businesses
Obama,
and 200 fail, that's not a bad record.
right? But
Yeah.
I'm saying she's just as qualified, if not more, than any of these candidates that are running or that even have held office.
But the
Yeah, and
sad-
I disagree with you because I believe that Nikki Haley.
Well, you say you're putting out there like her only accomplishment is she was the president's wife. That's kind of
But
like
that's all that she's done in the 20
that's,
years.
But that's not
That's
true.
silly.
But you're not naming one thing that she's done that makes
Galvin
me go.
just named like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
They were
Those
all
are-
they're
yeah.
all throwaway jobs. Her being the
throwaway.
Yeah.
read them again. Read the things that she was. She was community director.
yeah.
And she was
She's got
named-
a Princeton law degree.
she's
I know,
Parks
but-
and Rec.
She's got a Harvard law degree. And
Harvard.
she's still,
Harvard.
but she's not practicing law.
An Ivy League law degree,
But she's
and
not
she's
practicing
qualified
law.
to be president.
When's would you hire a lawyer to represent you that hasn't practiced law in 20 years?
There's,
Not
I
a
mean,
chance.
she's still Ivy League educated.
Yes.
Ah,
Listen
come
to me.
on, man.
I'm not saying she's not intelligent.
Yeah,
I'm saying her qualifications to be
Are the same as everybody
yeah,
else
I'm
that
saying-
goes for that job.
people have been.
but it's not true. I
People
mean,
are-
It is true.
her husband was an alderman. He was a senator. He was he was a guy who
So first lady of the United States is not a job. It holds no qualifications.
Correct.
you get
You
that
go-
job
you
by
do
default.
nothing.
And
Correct.
working
What-
in a mayor's office isn't anything.
If you're
Does
not
she-
the mayor,
Is she working there, or they have they have
This
Barack
was,
Obama's
this was
wife?
Before this was before she was
Okay.
married to Barack Obama.
Yeah, I don't know what
Mm.
she did in the mayor's office.
Yeah, she was the assistant to the mayor.
eh, we know those positions are groomed. You can look at Barack Obama's
Right.
whole-
So are
Listen,
senators. So
yeah,
are
no,
all. So
so
are
you're
all
saying-
government
She was
jobs.
assistant to the mayor in the most corrupt city in the United States,
Right, it's
Chicago.
not
Not at that
qualification.
time.
Well,
It
still
is now.
corrupt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Listen, I'm not arguing that
I
she'd be
know-
good. She'd probably be
and
horrible.
I'm not saying
but
she'd be
she's
bad.
she's more than qualified than plenty of people that actually hold office right now.
I hate that I agree with you on that point. I just hate that the media has definitely made this the reason why Michelle Obama is a genius pick is because everybody that hates
And-
Trump is going to be
Yeah.
like, yes.
On top of that, she's super charismatic, which just ask DeSantis how that worked out for in politics. Like some people, you don't even have to. It's literally all about the presentation and how you can tie it up and put a bow on it and present it to people, and they'll vote for it.
It's sad.
I also think that she, her charisma and her self-confidence is a huge turnoff to a bunch of dudes.
Agreed.
Guys who are, whether or not they're intimidated by it or not,
Maybe
that is a huge turnoff to easily intimidated guys.
But another thing, and I don't want Michelle Obama to be our president, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that the people that have been a governor or have been this or done something
Yeah.
in politics and then became president haven't done a great thing. It's not like we've had all these great people, so it's not that was one of the big
Being a
Trump's,
senator does
one
not
of-
make you qualify.
one of Trump's biggest selling points was he's not a political guy. You know what I mean?
You-
He's not in
I-
politics.
Do you think anybody that votes for Michelle Obama isn't voting for Barack Obama?
what do you mean?
Like
No, they're voting for her because she's a woman. There's a lot of women
yeah.
that will vote for her just
So
because
why-
she's a woman that has nothing to do
So
with
why are they
Barack
voting for Nikki
Obama.
Haley?
Because she's conservative.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama was, yes, you're right, married to Barack Obama. So there's going to be a lot of that. She's black. There's a lot of that. She's a woman. There's a lot of that. She's a ally to the LGBT. There's a
Yeah.
lot of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Listen,
and
It's not just
and
because
his
she's
popularity contest.
I also
as
want
well.
to say I thought that there was no way in the world Hillary Clinton would ever make it as far as she did.
Yeah, that's,
And she's another one. She has sat on boards. She has been in politics. She's done the same amount of work that Michelle Obama seems to have done, which to me only brought her there because she was Bill Clinton's wife, a wife who stood by her husband while he cheated on her in the White House with an intern, and yet we still almost voted her into the presidency.
Yeah.
So I get
Well, she held
exactly what
office.
you guys were saying.
But
yeah,
no-
but she exactly why they let her run and take over New York, which she had nothing to do.
So
She's
she
from
could be there,
Arkansas.
so she-
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, so they gave her New York,
Yeah.
and then so that she could have an entrance into the White House.
got that far because if you look at the record, she's one of the fewest people in the world that has like over 30 people committed suicide around her.
Yeah. I think
Nobody cares.
I think you guys are trying to be qualified to hold public office. The bar is not very high.
I
Yeah.
know, you're
Right.
right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But
Being
it-
president, the
on
bar
purpose,
is not
though.
very
What-
high.
On purpose,
what it
they
should
designed
be-
it to where you can be
But
a
you're
certain
saying-
age, and that everybody has a chance to do it.
But you're saying Michelle Obama is not qualified.
I'm saying she's done nothing to make me think that she would be a good leader.
She's done nothing that you would vote for, but she's definitely
No,
qualified.
But she's done nothing in politics to make me go, well, Michelle Obama handled that one.
in your
situation."
eyes.
Yes.
But the
A
other
voter.
people, but you're not the only
Yeah.
voter.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, I'm not saying
You just don't
I'm
like
not-
Michelle Obama.
No, I
Right,
actually
you don't like women.
Michelle Obama an awful lot. I don't like you.
Oh,
You
man.
don't like women,
Yeah.
just
I like
in
it.
general.
If
Just
I
in
had to save Michelle Obama, I would.
Listen,
I
if
would
she
let you
cheers
burn.
for sports, it's over.
Oh, I don't think she'd be a good president at all, but I think she's definitely qualified.
Yeah.
I think Michelle Obama is great. Besides, when you look at her voting record, she takes money from the
Yeah.
common man and gives it to people that don't deserve it, in my opinion.
Well, I'm saying the argument is she qualified to
Yeah.
run for office
know.
or
No,
be the
yeah,
president?
I just don't
Yeah.
like her.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that shouldn't be qualified, but they
Right.
are
There's
because they were born in America
Stop
and they're
being right.
old enough. And
I'm
they-
voting for Melania Trump in the next election.
Oh.
There's
see what
tons of
happens.
idiots
How
out there
come-
that are holding office right now.
To America, to love America. Yes, Melania for president. Change the laws.
Moments after the Tampa Bay Buccaneers season ended with a 31-23 playoff divisional loss at the Detroit Lions, Coach Todd Bowles said quarterback Baker Mayfield has earned the right to return for 2024.
Oh, thanks.
Mayfield, who was on a one-year deal with Tampa, has indicated that he would like to return, as would receiver Mike Evans, who was unhappy at the start of the season over not getting a new contract before week 1. That's according to ESPN, so we don't know what's going to happen. The Chiefs beat the Bills last night, so now the AFC and NFC championship matchups are set. The Chiefs are taking on the Ravens, and the Lions are going against the 49ers.
Good. It's an interesting game. Sad for the Buccaneers, but they played well. I enjoyed watching them play. I thought it was a good fight between the Bucs and the Lions. I thought it was a good weekend of football, and the teams are where I'm not surprised who's there, and we'll see a nice battle weekend next weekend, and then leading up to the Super Bowl, and then I think everybody's got our eyes set on the UFL.
It played out just like the script said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you saw the Chiefs game, of course, you saw that Taylor Swift was there, and Travis Kelce did the heart, ooh, Swifty, Swifty, and
Unbelievable.
Jason Kelce was also there, looking a lot like Bert Kreischer up in the booth with
He looks
no
actually
shirt
like
on.
if Bert and Tom combined.
Yeah, he was up there with his shirt off and drinking beers and doing all that kind of stuff. I bring up Bert because coming up a little bit later in news, we have some interesting news about Bert and some other people that are doing the Tops Off World Tour.
If I'm a Bills fan, when Travis Kelce did the heart thing up to the thing, oh my gosh, that's gotta burn. That's gotta suck, Bills Mafia.
Woof.
I just think about the two of them cuddled in bed. Like, he's like, I looked at you and I gave you the heart. She's like, I saw it. I loved it so much.
They
Oh
don't
my God,
cuddle.
it's
I'm
adorable.
so glad we're not playing.
You know, can I tell you what my wife said yesterday? We were watching the game and I go, I saw 3 Travis Kelce endorsements. Excuse me, Travis Kelce. I watched 3 endorsements for him, and I go, you see that? I go, that's a smart kid. I go, that's a kid who is a great football player and a future Hall of Famer, and he is capitalizing on that now. And the fact that he's opened up to that whole new audience. And my wife shook her head, and I go, and she goes, I just for some reason still can't digest that it's real. And I go, why do you think it's not real? And she goes, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not. It's just something about it that makes me think this is all. Or I went, look at you. You Spanish got to you too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. These things, like
a lot of money to be made.
I hate the fact that I got sick last year and could only read, because once you start seeing like how the systems all intertwine and use each other, you can't unsee it. Like this whole.
So Travis Kelce tried to go to he went to the show. He wanted to make a friendship bracelet on it with her phone number and give it to her and all that. Like he set that out there, and then she got wind of that, and then the two of them got together and they liked each other. She's like, I'm used to dating little half a twink's boyfriends. It'd be nice to have a man for a boyfriend.
I'm gonna point to a fantastic study that they call the Sheconomy. JP Morgan did it. JP Morgan Chase did it. In that study, they found that by 2030, the majority of people spending money in this country will be single divorced women.
Perfect.
Right. It is perfect. But what you are now going to see is things that were dominantly men start to transition to women type things for younger women. So this Taylor Swift thing was a great experiment for them to infiltrate one of the most masculine companies, franchises in the world, and say, look at what we can do. We can manipulate. We can get people to have fun, buy into this relationship. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's very smart.
So you're saying that the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl.
And you're saying they're not in a real relationship?
I don't think so, no.
So you're just saying they were put together by the powers that be in order to get women to like football.
Right.
You know that's happened before, though. You know that, right? You know that there's been PR people that have put couples together.
Of course. Elton John was married. Rock Hudson was married. I understand that.
I have to think that Benny Blanco from the Bronx is paying Selena Gomez an exorbitant amount of money to let. Did you see him get kicked off the red carpet the other day because they thought he was homeless?
I don't get it.
They thought he was homeless.
Yeah, Selena Gomez was there, and he was walking. They're like, "Hey, gross, get out of here! There's no way you're dating Selena." And he's like, "Man, my girlfriend."
What's worse, Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez, or Ariana Grande and that little puppet that she did?
Puppet, man, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, that guy's a weirdo.
Guys, if you think you can't get a girl, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Just talk to her.
Just sing for her.
But so I totally don't believe that their relationship is real. I think it's very easy to manipulate things. It's just like in the movie Wag the Dog. You know, you pump a bunch of video and all this stuff.
Wag the Dog is disturbing.
Hey, you pump enough video at people and
put a song to
the
it.
Same message. Yeah, people eventually go, "Oh yeah, no, that's true."
What's a better political movie, Wag the Dog, or the one where John Travolta plays Bill Clinton?
Ooh,
Primary Colors.
Primary Colors, yeah. Both those are good.
I like Wag the Dog because Wag the Dog is more in line with how I think.
But Primary Colors was such a good version of the Clinton kind of presidency without really being Clinton.
Dr. Strangelove.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
I told Spanish last week that we are currently living in the movie Dave. I don't think that's the real Biden. I think there's a fake.
It's really Obama. It's really Obama.
If that's not the real Biden, how does this one keep falling?
I think that's an AI generated Biden, and nobody sees him in person.
Can I bring up something real quick? So you made me think about the AI.
By the way, real quick, he does walk like a Boston Dynamics robot.
Right? Isn't it crazy?
He like shuffles.
Like he's not out. We don't see him outdoors anymore. He's only like on TV,
and he's always on vacation.
Yeah.
Can you see if you can find this, Carmen? I don't know how you would find it, but perhaps it's on YouTube or the internet or somewhere. I was watching something and an ad came up with John Goodman. Did anybody see this?
No.
John Goodman, from Roseanne, he lost a ton of weight over the years. He was a big burly guy, and now he's down and he's got gizzard neck and all that stuff because he lost a bunch of the weight. And it is a video with him talking about him losing weight by taking these gummies that it said him and Dr. Oz went to dinner. And Dr. Oz turned him on to these gummies that help you lose weight and they fight fat and blah, blah, blah. And then he goes on to say he lost 200 pounds in 3 months. There's no way you lose 200 pounds in 3 months on anything. Any diet that a doctor puts you on, you're not losing 200 pounds in 3 months. You would be dead. But it's John Goodman talking, and he's like, I went out to dinner with Dr. Oz, and after the dinner, he gave me these gummies, and then now I lost 200 pounds. I'm like, there's no way. This is AI John Goodman. There's no way it's really him.
I got it. And
can you play it?
It's someone that's going through the video, so
Right.
it's not really the video, but I can tell you, it's a deep fake.
It is, right?
Yep. Yes.
How?
I believe it.
Yeah, because you can't lose 200 pounds in 3 months.
Mm-mm.
You'd be dead. And then it also, you could sell those gummies for $1 million and people would buy them.
Yeah.
But I mean, how does John Goodman let that go on?
It says he has nothing to do with the product. It's just a snake oil, and it's just a fake, deep fake
They do that-
commercial.
They do that a lot with Shark Tank too, where if somebody was on Shark Tank, even if they were like, this is terrible, whatever, they still on Shark Tank, and then they pull a quote about
Oh,
something.
wow.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
They get away with it because they've all signed contracts previous to this strike where all
Yeah.
these companies can use their image and likeness.
But who?
Okay, so I can play a little bit of it if you want.
Wait. So, all right, play a little bit of it. Play just to hear that John Goodman. He sounds like he's being held at gunpoint.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Want to mention
the keto gummies.
it's a scam.
From a well-known pharmaceutical.
in case someone tried to reuse this audio.
Were simply amazing.
Mhm.
So that was just a little clip, but someone's talking over it.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
can't even hear.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can find it online. But it was just amazing because you just hear him talking and the cadence in which he's talking. If you're sitting there talking about losing 200 pounds in 3 months, you'd be like, dude, I was fat my whole life, and I took these pills that Dr. Oz gave me, and I lost 200 pounds in 3 months. He's like, I took these pills that Dr. Oz gave me. I lost 200 pounds in 3 months. I'm like, this is fake.
Also,
telling
everybody would know about it immediately.
Yes, but I don't know how they're able to use what company has his rights to his likeness.
Well, remember there was one company that the government contracted to collect everybody's images off of the internet,
right.
and we gave them all access to that. So
For free.
so like let's say John Goodman obviously was one of those people.
But let me just say, this ad is filled with lies.
Yeah.
And those lies now are being put on John Goodman. So it's you may have the right to use his likeness, but you can't use it. Like, what if it got on there and said, I'm John? No, but you can't be good. What if we got on there and said, I'm John Goodman and I lost weight and I molest children?
It's a fake video. It doesn't matter.
Right.
But it does matter. You're ruining his reputation.
No.
But you're saying that's the
It's libel.
that was the problem, and that's why this actors went on strike because they didn't want these things to happen. But if you sign that contract,
Yeah.
then it's too late, and
Yeah,
they
but
are
you
allowed to
can't-
do
but
that
you're-
because it's fake.
You're ruining his personal.
Like let's go down this rabbit hole,
Yeah.
right? John Goodman now wants to press charges against who made this video. He would go to the FBI probably.
But we're talking about two different things. If I've given up my right to use my likeness to
Right.
make the video, that's fine. You can't use my likeness now to portray a lie that could potentially be robbing people of millions of dollars with my name on it.
But why
You're
not?
hurting my reputation now.
So they go, then they find out who the guy was, right? And then they want to bring him to court. What then do you do at that point? Because his reputation, you could just easily make another video and say, hey, that wasn't me, that was a deep fake.
But the company has to be held responsible for
It's
that.
an interesting argument because the company is not being held responsible. All the company did was take his image and give you, the person, the software to create a deep fake
Right,
video.
but they're allowing him to portray a lie that is causing
it's not-
people. What?
But it's not him. It's a deep fake. So therefore,
But
you're
it
not
is.
ruining his reputation.
But it is
technically.
him. I think
Yeah.
if you argue
I'm saying
to
for
a
their
court,
argument.
the court would say clearly that, and they say John Goodman.
Yeah.
It's not like they just say, "Hey, a handsome guy that
So
looks
Well,
like."
what about this? Let's take a whole different situation. Okay, what about this? How about false rape accusations?
Yeah.
Once those are out there, they're out there.
But
Yeah.
that's a
Are you gonna
crime.
go for?
That's a crime.
You're always
If
guilty
you
until you're not.
if you accuse somebody of rape and then go back and recant it and say, "No, I made it up," and
Right.
well, now you're in trouble.
But those accusations are out there, and for the people that do that, they get a slap on the wrist and a little probation.
Yeah, but
And,
it's
and those,
way-
but those accusations are out there forever.
if I had a program and that said, "Hi, I'm Carmen, and today I'm going to be giving away free BJ's at 3:00
Mm-hmm.
at my house," and they got a bunch of guys showed up at your house, and one of them hurt you, I'd be in deep trouble for that.
Now, I don't disagree with you, but you got to.
Carmen said,
but-
"Okay, see it through."
In my opinion, what you're seeing and what we're feeling is a generational divide now because you think that way of how can they get away with this? They're making John Goodman look bad. The younger generation looks at it and goes, "Oh yeah, that's probably a deep fake," and they move on with their day.
Right, but what I'm saying is still, I'm looking at the law. I'm not looking at.
The
I'm
law-
looking at
But what's
current
the law?
Here's the thing, though, is find the people that are responsible for it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah,
Good
you
luck.
But-
And then also, even if you do find them and you sue them for $80 million, they already made $400 million. So who cares? They're
No,
paying
I
80
want my
million
80
and they're
million.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but they don't care.
a lot of these laws don't cover
Right.
this
No,
type of stuff
right,
yet.
yeah.
They're
Because it's
rushing.
not real.
Everybody's rushing to try and change laws and amend contracts and stuff.
If they use his likeness and did not say John Goodman, you may have had an argument there. But the fact that they're saying John Goodman from Roseanne, from TV, did this thing, then making false claims and attributing those claims to him, making him say them.
Now, can I ask you, do you think this was John Goodman's people doing this at
No.
all? So you don't think so? So you don't think that that group of actors that are tired of having their likeness used wouldn't do something like this so that they could push forward laws being written in
Oh,
their favor?
so you're saying you did this so they could have an example of something?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. That's fine. I don't believe that anybody's above doing that. But I'm just saying, if I'm John Goodman,
Yeah, I'd
if
be
I,
pissed.
But also,
yeah.
go find that video. You just said if you got to go find the
Yeah, you
video and
are.
then find the people who made it.
Well,
I'm
I'd start
online. I've
with-
been searching this whole time.
Right,
I
Carmen,
can
but
only
you're not
find.
a forensic
Mhm.
lawyer. I would first sue the company that posted it. I would, if Facebook or whatever, they have to have some sort of standards before they accept an ad, and they put these ad out there to their millions and millions of followers. And they have to have some sort of responsibility there to verify.
But if it's not an ad,
if I
and it-
put up an ad just to boost something on Instagram, it has to be approved by Instagram before they boost it.
but if
so
it's not an ad and it's just a meme, it's
is
just
an
a
ad.
but it's just a joke.
But this is an ad.
For the gummies.
Where?
For the
I
gummies.
saw it on YouTube this weekend.
I
That's
know,
how
but-
found it.
But what I'm
also, the other thing is, did you read? Was there any fine print that said parody or anything like that that
I
was
did
in
not.
there?
Did not.
right,
Yeah.
so that's
It's going to get crazy because the companies, the AI companies now are going to use your personality to create the perfect person to advertise for you. So, like, let's say you're scrolling on Instagram and you stop on like survival tools. Oh, there's RVs. The AI will compile.
I love that you already know what I look at on Instagram.
Yeah, so
Monkeys.
it'll compile what it thinks is going to be the perfect image to advertise for you, and then deep fake that image and present
So
it to you.
mine will be a good-looking man in his early 40s with a beard, survival gear, and a monkey on his shoulder,
Yeah.
going, "Want to go RVing, son?" Yeah.
Or
I mean, one
Good.
I was gonna say one of the highest grossing social media people is AI. She's a girl that is
Yeah,
that they
OnlyFans.
totally made up.
Yeah.
She has
She's
pink
so hot.
hair. She's not real, and she's like the second leading grossing person on Instagram.
worth it.
Speaking of, did you see Kat Stickler got a nose job?
She did.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a
Unnecessary.
nose. It wasn't a nose job. She has a deviated septum.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
really?
They all
Yeah.
say that.
Everybody
Yeah.
does.
I know. I'm just letting you know. She made a video about it.
Well, I
Yeah.
saw her saying that she was. I saw her before, and I thought she was saying it was a nose job. Oh,
No,
deviated septum is much different.
Yeah, no, she said, well, it wasn't a deviated septum, it was something collapsed. So like when she
Oh.
breathed in, she sounded like a pig.
I would have blew air in her mouth if she wanted me to do that.
Moving on, I have a hot or not for you guys. An officer in the UK resigned before she could be fired after she was convicted of assault by beating and criminal damage. Former constable Kia Pulford Stone, who is 24 years old, was charged after two separate incidents. One involved Miss Pulford Stone, then an officer, damaging a car belonging to the same woman that she had attacked less than 2 weeks earlier. Miss Pulford Stone pleaded guilty to both charges. These details indicated that she had only begun working as a full-time officer the same month when those offenses occurred.
What an idiot.
She's over in the UK. She was a constable. She is 24 years old. Her name is Kia Pulford Stone. She's crushing cars and beating up ladies. Mike Calta, hot or not?
I say there's no. You had me in England. There's no way she's hot.
No. you
She
say
looks
not
like
hot.
a fat Sarah Ferguson.
All right. Gio, what do you got?
Kia, she's probably the size of a Kia.
Oh.
I'm gonna say not hot.
All right. Spanish, what do you think?
I think that she's hot. Kia, she said 24.
24?
24, smashing cars.
Yeah.
It's the
Fine.
first Kia that Billy Facilla didn't like.
Carmen, what do you think?
She's hot.
You say she's hot.
Yep.
Any reasoning or just hot? Just straight up hot.
Well, 24, and she thinks she's above the law.
Yeah.
Like she thinks she can get past it.
Ooh,
on
I
it.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we're split 50-50. Mike and Gio say not hot. Spanish and Carmen both say hot. G'day. Joe, please show Miss. I know it's Australian.
That was great.
Show Kia Pulford Stone.
Oh,
she's
God.
Yeah,
Damn.
told
Holy
you.
smoke.
She's
What?
hot. Yeah, scroll down. There's some other good pictures too. Yeah.
Oi, mate.
Good body, nice face.
Wow, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think she's AI.
I'm on her side.
She's what?
She's AI. That's fake.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dude.
If she was AI, I'd pay for that.
Man,
That goes in the hot category.
constable.
Can you tell when a storm is coming?
Yeah.
Do your weary bones ache?
Oh,
Yeah.
my
my
joints, my
starts
breasts
acting
get
up.
bigger.
Your,
Yeah,
bre- your
what?
My
breasts?
breasts swell.
Really?
Like Gretchen Wieners from Mean
Yeah,
Girls.
man.
My mom insists that she can feel it in her bones. She's
For
like,
real?
I can feel it in my
I can
bones.
feel it in your mom's bones. So if you've broken a bone or had some sort of surgery like that, when the humidity gets to be too much, your
Yeah.
bones do feel it first. That's a thing.
So around 1 in 4 Americans claim that they can feel it in their joints when a
Yeah.
storm is coming.
My knees.
Is it true?
Loose knee.
No.
My jeans feel like my joints feel like a category 5 are coming every day.
It's true. When the air pressure drops, it can cause the tissue in your joints to swell, and it can also cause headaches as well.
Really?
Yeah. So you
Damn.
feel it in your joints.
It's
you need
true.
to apologize.
I know. I told her she was lying. I was
Yeah.
like, that's not true. You're making that
Lie.
up. Yeah.
I'd like to feel the storm in your mom's joints.
Yeah.
Easy,
Oh, what?
easy.
By the way, I love that there's a category 5 in your pants. That's what happened to Carmen earlier. Today is National Hot Sauce Day.
Yeah.
All right.
Pew, 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 pew.
Joe, you love the hot sauce. What's the best really hot sauce?
Well, there's a couple I like from Tijuana Flats. There's like a
Oof.
peach Georgia one that's it's hot,
Mhm.
but it's got a nice flavor to it.
Oof.
But I just go with like Cholula usually when if
That's
I'm,
what I like,
you
man.
know,
That's
it's
what
a
I
good
like.
standard sauce.
Chipotle Tabasco is
Good
my
stuff.
jam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
love
it's not
that
bad. I
stuff.
like.
I was
Chipotle,
just
too.
addicted to the Frank's Red Hot sauce.
Right.
for
That's
a
my
long time.
fave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy of mine used to make his own sauce when we go to Waffle House. He'd take the like Tabasco or whatever it was and mix it with mayonnaise, and he's like, "It's my own sauce."
Oh, they do make that, don't they? Don't they make
Yeah.
a spicy mayo?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's good, but it's like it's like coming up with peanut butter and jelly.
Mayonnaise has mayo racha that I
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
really good.
so
yeah,
good.
they're doing ketchup mayonnaise. They're like mixing everything
My
together.
new
now.
thing is Indian food,
Oh, dude.
and I feel like they dare me. They're like, "How hot you want to
Mm.
How
Don't
hot you
do
want to
it.
make it?" And they're like, "What do you feel like?" Oh my
Oh.
god, listen, don't. I'm not going to do it because I immediately feel my BH and
Yeah,
my
dude.
heartburn kick in. So I always go mild.
You do the butter chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good.
Butter chicken's so good.
I know.
So today is National Hot Sauce Day, and today is also National Grandpa Day.
Aw.
Both for me.
No.
Poor Joe.
You know,
Carmen,
Grandpa.
you have grandparents still or no?
I
Yes,
do.
I do.
Carmen does.
I do.
Spanish
I have
does.
one
Gio?
set.
No.
No, me either.
I have no dad, no grandparents, no nothing.
Wow, it's
Sorry, Gio.
You're not, you know,
I'll be your
sorry.
dad.
I understand your pain.
Thank you.
So we talked about Jason Kelsey up there shirtless and doing that stuff. Well, did you see over the weekend, comedian Natasha Leggero gave her fans quite a little show after she ditched her shirt. She said, if the boys can do it, why can't the girls? She was on stage at the Hollywood Improv. Leggero's surprise reveal followed fellow comedian Bert Kreischer,
Hey.
his shirtless performance. In the video on TMZ, a bare-chested Kreischer introduces Leggero onto the stage. The 50-year-old comedian, who is dressed in a white furry coat and denim overalls, walked up to a Dr. Dre song and then started taking her shirt off and undid her overalls. And I think people were like, oh, this is funny.
Yeah.
And then she took her top off and no
Yeah.
bra or anything. There's video on Bone TV. She did not have a bra on or anything and just had her bare breast out and then just put the furry coat back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and did the set like that, whatever.
I mean, it's just good for a couple of reasons. One, she hasn't had a double mastectomy like the other one, Tig Notaro did.
Man.
And two, she's attractive. She's
Yeah.
a good-looking girl. But I know her dad, and I don't think her dad is going to approve of this. Yeah.
It's getting her name out
I
there.
don't know, but I don't think. Yeah, I don't like it.
Why? What's their dad do?
Hey, he's Italian.
Oh.
And Bert was very surprised
Well,
by
yeah.
the thing. By the way, I could not find anywhere the unedited video.
I know.
But would you like to see a topless picture of
Yeah.
Yes,
Natasha?
yes, I would.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now. Weird nipples.
Really?
Yeah. Weird
The
lnipples.
last thing
That's
you ever want to
unfortunate.
hear about yourself is weird nipples.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Whoa.
Take a look. What's going on?
I know her father. I
Where's
can't
that
believe
from?
That's from a little place we like to call Reddit.
It's the best. Reddit's the best.
Oh yeah. What is going on there?
Yeah, it looks like the
Does she
left,
have kids?
I don't know. It looks like the left one's like a Pac-Man, right?
Not impressed.
So does she do OnlyFans or something, or just this?
No,
leaked out
she's
there?
not. I believe she has done a. I want to say I've seen her in something before, like a movie or something, where she showed her boob. But I might be confusing her with somebody else. But I don't think anybody cares anymore.
And she has one kid.
She does.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
so I'm
yeah.
just saying for
Not
her
enough.
nipples.
That
Maybe that
explains.
could be explain. That could explain though.
A
Yeah.
little aggressive.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, this head is really
I
not great in
know.
this picture.
No. I gotta tell you, I'm glad she's biting off Bert's thing.
Have you ever been attracted to an ugly chick?
Yes.
Sure.
Who?
Well,
I'm not a chick.
No, but I mean, there's girls that there's just something about them where you're just like, I
Yeah.
don't know, something about her.
yeah.
I'm attracted to a really, really ugly woman. Her name is Chloe. She's a record. It says she's got 104,000 followers. It says founder of a record label, Psy Sound. She's a music producer. Do you know who she is?
I don't.
No.
But I love
What
that.
is her name? Chloe what?
Chloe Chaidez. She's missing a tooth. She's got a bowl haircut. There's something. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not like hot for her, but there's just something about her that I find like I bet she'd be crazy in bed.
What the hell?
Wait,
Right?
I'm looking at a girl that's very attractive by
No,
that name.
you are not looking at the right girl then.
No,
This girl's got a bowl haircut.
this is her.
Oh yeah, but she's like hot in some pictures. So she's trying to make herself look weird.
I've not seen any pictures where she's hot.
Yeah, I don't.
Wait, how do you spell
She's
the last
missing
name?
a tooth in the front of her mouth.
Yeah.
Chaidez.
Was she in a group called Kitten?
Yes.
Yeah. Look at her here. She
Yeah,
looks.
that was with the tooth. With the tooth, she's hot.
Yeah.
Without the tooth, she's
Right,
crazy.
she's trying to
look at
look
this.
ugly.
Look, yeah. If you do bowl cut and take out
Oh,
your
I never
tooth,
saw that.
teeth, you're gonna look like Dumb and Dumber. You know.
Well, put it this way: I fell in love with the bowl cut and the missing tooth.
Lloyd
Oh.
Christmas.
Yeah, but you could see that there was more to her.
I guess I just like
Look
the
at
fact
that.
that she's insane. I love crazy girls.
Yeah,
what?
and she's got a good body.
She
I-
doesn't though. She's got a 12-year-old boy's body. She's completely flat.
To you.
I
That's for
understand.
sure too.
I understand where she's coming from. Mental stability is hard sometimes.
You got a better body than she does.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, anyway, there you go. I found that this weekend. Sometimes I like to share the really pretty girls with you, and sometimes I tell you about the weird ones.
Dude.
Jamie Foxx has resumed filming Back in Action. That is the movie that he was shooting when he suffered his still undisclosed medical.
I was thinking
emergency.
Jamie Farr when you said it.
No,
Not Jamie
Jamie
Foxx. I was thinking Jamie Farr.
You mean
guy.
Jamie Foxx too? Because that's
Yeah.
not
Right,
the real
that's
Jamie
not.
Foxx. Yeah.
You guys are weird.
Dude, I mean, we don't have to get into it because I know you're a non-believer, but
Not a non-believer. I'm just I have a hard time ingesting everything.
all right, that's fair. I won't
Yeah.
go into details and company names and what they're doing overseas with cloning. It's
Please
all
don't
right.
tell me
Yeah,
anything.
it's all right.
You guys like Elle King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was celebrating Dolly Parton's birthday, and the people are accusing her of disrespecting Dolly.
Why?
Don't disrespect
No
Dolly.
way.
It was Dolly's 78th birthday at the Grand Ole Opry, and Elle King was all drunk and using profanity. Here is part of her rant where she, when she got done with the song. Take a listen to this.
You ain't getting your money back. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing, Mr. Good, because you ain't getting it. That's it. I'll tell you one thing more. I'll tell you one thing more. Hi, my name is LK. I'm hammered.
We're celebrating Dolly's birthday, the good old
I tell you what, yeah, go ahead and go ahead and tell I'm celebrating Dolly's birthday.
You celebrating Dolly's birthday with the bottle.
I'll celebrate a birthday in one way or two.
Hell, let's give him one of yours.
How about that? I don't know. Go ahead. Why don't you give me this?
By the
Let me
way,
see. If
I don't know
tell you
what.
one
I
thing.
don't know what's going on. There.
yeah. By the way, Elle King, born and raised in L.A.
Yeah.
Oh,
does,
so-
does she always have the
No,
country
she's-
bumpkin?
I'm just doing drunk. I'm at the.
Oh, she's mocking like
I'm at the
Dolly.
Grand Ole Opry. Bang, man, no, damn, man, no, man.
By the way, let's remind ourselves, Elle King, Rob Schneider's daughter.
Yes.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
Still
buy it.
crazy.
At the
Yeah.
end, she yelled, "You can do it."
Oh.
She also went on to sing one of the songs, and it was a cover of Dolly Parton's song, and she didn't know the words. And she goes, "And I don't know the words. Please don't tell Dolly it's a birthday."
Jeez.
Yeah, just all
Woof.
drunk and dumb.
So,
Yeah.
what was the qualification to be on the show? You kind of got to look like Dolly
A
at one
little
point.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Sound like her.
I guess. I
for
don't know.
her.
A little weird. Speaking of Dolly Parton, she released a deluxe digital version of her album, Rockstar.
Oh,
Rock and roll,
rock and roll.
Hey, everybody, let's rock and roll. With an extra track, including a cover of Pat Benatar's "Hit Me With Your Best Shot."
Oh, do we have that?
Yeah, would you like to
Oh,
hear
I
it?
would.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here is Dolly Parton doing Pat Benatar, "Hit Me With Your Best Shot." Take a listen.
this is an old lady. And if I would have brought this in today and said, "Listen, I got this new album, Granny Sing the Hits," and played it for you, all would be like, "Oh, this is awful."
Yeah, at a certain point, it's like, listen, Dolly Parton is a genius. She's a great songwriter. She's a great singer. All the different stuff. But at a certain point, you go, "Okay, stop."
But can I ask you a
gotta
question? And again, I don't want to get all Michelle Obama on this, but what is Dolly Parton so great for?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, she's an icon. She's a physical icon. You think of Dolly Parton, you think of the big boobs, the hair, and she's, Dolly Parton.
And all
That's
her
it.
songs.
No, but
What
think of
songs, though?
Jolene.
Jolene's all I know.
The whatchamacallit,
Islands
Bodyguard.
in the stream.
Bodyguard.
Yeah, but I didn't know that song until Whitney Houston sang it.
Yeah, but it's her song.
I know what I'm saying, but it's not even. I think it's somebody else's
No,
song
it's-
before that.
It was hers. She wrote it.
She wrote that song?
Yeah, she wrote it. She actually wrote that song and another song both in the same day. And it was
Damn.
like, holy cow.
I thought she covered that song. I thought somebody else, or she wrote it and somebody else sang it first, but whatever. The thing is, I'm not saying that she's not worth it. I'm just telling you, as a person, I know Dolly Parton for 9 to 5,
Yeah.
and for Islands in the Stream
And
and Jolene.
And Jolene.
It
That's
says it says here she's only sold 100 million records and she's got 25 singles
Garbage.
that reached
She-
number
listen to
one.
me. I'm telling you right now. I think that as far as artists go, she's up there and she's done as most countries. I'm just saying, like, everybody's like, we love Dolly, she's a genius, and this and the other thing, and I'm like, I don't really know.
20
You
It's not in
just
my
hate.
realm.
You just hate women.
No, just you.
Also, don't forget Coats of Many Colors
I don't
that
know
she
that.
wrote. You know it if you played it. You
Okay.
would know it. I Will Always Love You is one of hers. 9 to 5 is hers. Jolene. Yeah, there's
I
a
Will
lot.
Always Love You is Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
You're just finding that out now.
I had no idea. The only reason I even respect Dolly Parton at all is because of Gio. Gio has told me so many great things about it that I'm like, yeah, all right.
Dollywood's great.
Yeah.
So the top 5 songs are Jolene, which I know,
Mm-hmm.
9 to 5, which I think is a great song.
Yeah.
Islands in the Stream is a great song. I Will Always Love You, and then number 5 was Cuddle Up something.
Buttercup.
No.
Oh.
And then hey, He'll Come Again. I know
Yeah.
that one too. Yeah. Okay.
Play Coat of Many Colors. If you can play that, you'll know. I think you'll know that.
All right.
Here,
Yeah.
I have one that you might know.
I know this jam for sure. You got another Dolly Parton song?
Yeah, listen.
Hey, dope.
This hour's bonus keyword is lucky. Lucky. Head over to the free 1025 The Bone app and enter the keyword within 15 minutes past the top of the hour and go get your $1,000. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
There you go. Lucky, go get your $1,000. Hey, the all-time winningest coach in college basketball is retiring or whatever they're doing on TV right now. What's her
Not
name? Do you
famous.
know? Yeah, not famous. That's what I was gonna say. Not famous. Not famous. Thank you. Jolene, Dolly Parton, famous icon.
Yeah.
And now I understand a little bit more.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think Miley Cyrus's cover of Jolene is much better than Dolly Parton's.
Well, I think it's a little more modern. So
But listen, she didn't write it. You know what I mean? So she's a great singer. Miley Cyrus is a better singer
To me, she
than
wrote
Dolly
it.
Parton. Like her vocals, she's technically a better singer.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Parton. That's right. I gotta tell you, I think of myself as far as the great lexicon of Tampa radio to be somewhere down in the middle, Yeah, well, I'm just telling you, like, but I do give myself great credit for being able to ask questions. I asked Kenny Rogers if he banged Dolly Parton straight out. And then I asked the other lie, I asked Smokey Robinson if he ever banged Diana Ross. And he said no. Smokey may be a little bit more of a less of a liar because at the time Barry Gordy was dating Diana Ross and they were best friends. So there's a possibility there that he didn't do that.
No, you can't burn that bridge.
Yeah, you don't want to mess that up. Like I think they're such good friends. I think Smokey would save his life with the if you know what I'm saying. We talked about that earlier today. If you missed it, you missed it. But I think those are at least one lie that was told. So there's no way you can tell me Kenny Rogers did not bang Dolly Parton.
I agree.
I'm sorry.
I wonder if she took the dentures out, she could sing still. That would seem like it'd be better.
I wonder if she took
That's what it sounds like.
Do something else.
Bahrain.
Like maybe.
Bahrain.
Speaking of singers, Mary Weiss, lead singer of the 60s girl group, the Shangri-Las, passed away. She was 75 years old.
Never heard of them.
Shangri-Las?
Have?
I don't
You
believe
certainly
so.
have, yeah.
Maybe I just don't know the name.
The Shangri-Las, I believe, were the band that they copied the Chantrellines from.
Yeah.
From that thing you do.
If you've had any medication, people in their 50s medication commercial, you've heard the Shangri-Las.
Yeah. You don't know this song?
Is that Jimmy's ring you're wearing?
I don't think so.
How many YouTube followers does she have?
That's when I felt
Oh, yeah. I've
leader
heard
of
this
the pack.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a good song.
There was a UFC over the weekend, and I don't know if you watched or not.
Watch it. Cost me $75.
What? Really?
Yeah. Oh, no. It cost me $75 to bet on it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't.
was very confused.
It cost me $75 for 3 fights that I lost.
Sean Strickland fought prior to this in the press conference. He went off about gay people and this and that and all these different things. Well, after the fight, one of the guys asked Dana White about his different fighters and what they say.
Can I ask you? I'm unaware of this. What did he say? Was he anti-gay?
Oh, some guy. Yeah, he made some comment, whatever, and some guy, and he goes, "You're the problem." He goes, "Are you gay?" He goes, "You're not a man," and this and that. And he had said, he had said about his if his son was gay, he think he was a failure and this and that. You know, one of those type of things, whatever. But anyways, this reporter asked Dana White about giving these people a platform and let them talk about this stuff. Here's what Dana White had to say. Take a listen.
About like you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about what they can say when they are up there with a UFC microphone and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there?
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying
a leash.
I'm like
free speech. Control what people say. Going to tell people what to believe. Going to tell people. I don't tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. Yeah. I'll move on though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want.
I agree. You know how my stance on those sort of things, and I agree with them 100%. I don't think, certainly not Dana White shouldn't be the one held responsible for what people say. His job is to have a fight, and sometimes people go out of their way to say dumb stuff just to create hype for a fight.
Sure.
And they don't even believe it.
He went on to say, he goes, "You realize the co-main event had 2 gay female fighters in it who were sitting on stage when Sean said those comments. They don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care.
You're allowed to be your own person.
They don't believe what he believes."
Yeah.
He goes, "I don't understand. It's just ridiculous. It's the same as whenever they asked him about what's his name, Stylebender, using the N-word, and he goes, the black guy?
Yeah.
And he goes, you want me to stop him? It's ridiculous."
Didn't they he had the shirt that a woman in every kitchen, a man with every gun or something.
Him?
Yeah, that was that guy.
Yeah, but that's Strickland.
Yeah, Strickland. Yeah.
That's to me. I don't. Yeah, it's him trolling, and it's great to be the bad guy. You look at Conor McGregor, and you think, what can I do to be like that guy? And you have to build that kind of thing up. And then the guy who gets to knock that guy out becomes more of a hero.
Colby Covington wore the Trump hat and all this stuff and doing that, all those things. Justin Bieber, Will Arnett, Michael Bublé, and Tate McRae will be celebrity team captains for the 2024 NHL All-Star Game in Canada on February 3rd.
That's good for Bieber because he's a hockey fan and he's from Canada.
So is Will Arnett.
And Will Arnett. I don't know how Tate McRae fits into all this.
She
but
is a Canadian pop
she's
star.
Canadian, okay.
And then is Bublé, is he Canadian as well?
I believe so.
He sounds Canadian.
Yeah. He also beats his
Bublé.
wife. Yeah.
He what?
He also beats his wife. Yeah.
Listen, there was a video.
You
Did
don't
you ever
remember
see this
this?
video?
No.
They were streaming and they were talking to people, and him and his wife were sitting next to each other, and they do something, and she says something, whatever, and he grabs her like that, and then
He elbows her.
Did he elbow her?
Oh, dude,
I thought
yeah.
he grabbed her arm, but like violently, like, he goes like that, and then he goes, like he's just joking and stuff, and it's like, oh, what's going on?
I never lay a hand on my wife, but I do say things like, even in live videos, I go, you said it again, I'll punch you right in the
Yeah.
face. But I also said that to my kids. I've never hit my kids.
That's normal. But dude, that video during COVID,
Yeah.
like he forgot they were on. He elbows her, and when she like goes off camera, and he grabs her, and pulls her
that's
back.
how you grabbed her and pulled her back in.
He
And then
forgot they were
like,
live.
hey, we're just kidding. We're just making jokes here, joking around.
They're just like,
Well, and I
pretty good.
just read the text that says, "I'm gonna kill you" when when the camera isn't on them. Like he says that.
Oh yeah.
Because the camera falls and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you."
Hey, I want to talk about something. I'm not 100% sure if I'm supposed to say it. So I know, obviously, it's not that big of it. It doesn't secrecy wise. Not
just
a big deal.
whisper it. They won't hear you.
So my brother is in Los Angeles. You aware of John Edwards? You know John Edwards is the psychic medium, John Edwards. So my brother's first wife died. She was killed in a car accident years ago, and it was a pretty big deal. It was on TV a lot, and we've had psychics on the show, or people that claim to be psychics that bring that up to me because it's easy. When you Google it, it comes right up, and you can tell who the fakers are. So, but John Edwards, I'll tell you, he is amazing. So he had a show in Orlando, and my brother, this is maybe a year after his wife died, he bought tickets. Well, he had no tickets. It was sold out right away. So my brother said, I'm going down there with $1,000, and I'm going to try and get a ticket to get in. And I said, all right, I'll go with you. If you get 2 tickets, I'll go. If not, I'll just wait outside, So we drove down there, and we were there hours early, and we ended up finding somebody that had an extra ticket. My brother bought the ticket from them. And then I said, go inside and save me a seat. I'll get in. And I snuck into the John Edwards thing. And it was one of the most amazing things that I'd ever seen live. This was really towards the beginning of the internet. So it wasn't like people with their phones and all that stuff. It was just him doing readings. And one of the most amazing things that I saw about him was he is relentless. It is so easy to do what he does to an audience of people who want to hear what you're telling them, that it made me think it was really fake. So if I came over to you, Gio, and I found out that your grandmother passed away, say your father, or I'll come over here and I'll go to a group of people. I'll go, who's somebody over here is a father. Father passed away.
Me.
Right. It'll be about 5 hands that'll go up. Of course, people's father are going to pass away. Whose father passed away at a young age? Okay, 3 hands go down, 2 are up. Okay, whose father? I'm seeing an F word. My father was Fred. Okay, you're the one I'm talking to, and that's what he does. He eliminates it down. So I see that as a way for somebody to be a little bit of a trickster. The Penn and Teller will tell you they can do it too. They can figure it out, manipulate it, whatever. But I watched John Edwards to a group of 600 people go. Somebody who died in a plane crash, a big plane crash, and a bunch of hands go up. Believe it or not. And he's like, this was like a big plane. And lady, oh, well, my husband was flying a Cessna with 3 people. No, not you. He has somebody already. Like he could go, was his name whatever, and keep asking questions until it narrows down. He wants you to know that he loves you and he's okay. Oh my God, I spoke to my husband, just like Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost. But I watched him deny, and keep going around the room till he finally dialed it into the right person. My husband was on a 747 that crashed in Hawaii, and it was 80 people, and he died. And I see something to do with grass. Why am I thinking grass? He owned a lawn care business. Like, it was amazing. Like, he really was talking to that person. So at one point during the thing, he had come over to our area, and he's like, I see somebody over here who just lost their job, and I had just gotten fired from 98 Rock. So my brother looked at me, and I looked at him, and my hand went up with everybody else's, and he came over, and he's talking. He thinks it's the lady in front of me, and he starts talking to the lady in front of me. She goes, "Who's Canada? What do I see? Toronto?" And she's like, he goes, "Are you from New York?" And the lady's like, "No." He goes, "I see somebody going from New York to Canada." and that was when Wells just got traded to the Blue Jays. It happened like the day he goes, a friend of yours, somebody that you're close to, just moved or is making ready to move to Canada. Like everything he was saying, I felt like it was about me, but I didn't want to be like, that's me.
Yeah.
So I just kept my mouth shut. But anyway, this was 20 years ago, maybe more, 25 years ago or so that this happened. And then he had the TV show and he blew up and things went big. Well, my brother is in LA right now, and he is filming a documentary that my niece is making. She goes to USC Film School. She was given a grant to make a documentary, and she's making it about my brother. And this is where I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but I'm going to say anyway. My brother is very funny, and she feels like maybe he would have had a chance to do stand-up comedy. And then maybe if he didn't have this tragedy in his life, that he would have been able to do some sort of something that he enjoyed more than the job that he did and was very successful at, where it required no humor. So it's a very interesting idea for a documentary. So he's out there in LA, and he's going to eventually try to do stand-up and see if he's good at it or if he fails.
We gotta go.
We're definitely gonna go. And it's gonna be as good if he bombs as if he does well, because it just makes for a good documentary. So they're in LA, and John Edward is in LA right now, so they go to see John Edward, and he comes over and nails my brother right out of the gate. And I don't want to go into the details there because it's not really about him, and I don't want to give up information, but the things that he was saying to my brother were not about his wife, not about my mother who passed away last year, about another situation that's even further away but really tightly connected to my brother, and hitting everything right on the mark. And he's like, out of all the things they're talking about, death and all these things, he goes, why am I seeing like writing or there's some sort of production or something? And he looks and he's like, my daughter, she's got a scholarship to film school. She's doing a project. That's why I'm here. And he goes, what's Florida? Why is Florida here? And he goes, I flew in from Florida yesterday. Like all these things were amazing. Like, but here's the thing. He was talking to him about something, a suicide and something completely different. And then he just bust in with, what's a production? What's Florida? Where is this? And he goes, I see my aunt, and my aunt to me is Florida. And I know to say Florida. That's what it pops into his head, what he sees. So, so anyway, the big takeaway is when it was all over, the producers grabbed my brother and said, hang out here, don't leave for a second. They came back and they said, he wants to do another reading with you on Zoom and film it for the documentary, to put in the documentary. I was like, oh man, that's dude, I want so badly to be like, guy is a complete complete sham. He's a complete fake, but he's so good at it,
Yeah.
But he's so
that's how they
all
get you,
signs point.
You want to believe.
I know.
It's you got to, I know you haven't, I know none of you will, but that podcast is called Where Is My Mind? The guy who hosts the podcast talks to a scientist who has been researching mediums for 20 years, and she has over 1,000 legit mediums. She does quadruple blind tests on them to prove that they're legit or not. I know you probably.
John Edwards says, this is the one thing about him that when he says, like, I see my aunt usually means Florida, that he will tell you, he goes, I've learned how to do it. I could teach you how to do it.
Has it.
Everybody has it. He's like, I'm not talking to your mother. I'm not talking to you. I'm seeing things in my mind that are being placed there so that I can send you a message. He's pretty honest about what it is.
Because we had his disciple on, the guy that was under him, and it was my wife was my girlfriend at the time, and she called in, and he was able to, her uncle who was a cop and all that type of stuff, which was crazy.
Yeah, it was
just over the phone, didn't know anything about her. There was no way he could have known that.
Also, I'd like to say, if it is a scam, 100%, okay, which I tend to believe more that it is, if it is a scam, the best scam ever. This guy is booked for years in advance. He's a multi-millionaire. You want to believe.
I'm telling you, it's real. I know you guys, you don't believe it. I'm telling you, it's real.
Look, I believe that there's a possibility that our mind could do things we don't understand, and he seems to have tapped into it.
The CIA has been doing research and using people's psychic ability. You can look this stuff up.
It's a TV show on it.
It would have been a lot better if Houdini would have done something.
No, that would have
Houdini
or the Amazing Randy.
That would have.
Yeah,
the Amazing Randy tried to point out John Edwards before he died, and he said he went and he did it. He did the same thing, but he didn't do it the way John Edwards does it. He did it in a very vague and general way.
He's not as good. John Edwards has been honing his craft for a long time.
I don't know. And also, John Edwards, I feel like a guy who's that much of a fake should be a little bit more showy. And this guy's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm just.
But
here to do
also
my thing."
interesting about John Edwards, haven't heard that name for a long
Yeah.
time.
Still out there
Oh,
working,
still out there
making money.
making tons of money. But I'm saying like he doesn't have his TV show. He's not on all these different shows. And
I think
everything.
it's
like, we
hard
saw
to-
him so much.
I think it's hard to translate in TV. TV lets magicians be fake. It lets
Yeah,
everybody
right.
be fake. It's hard to really. I made my wife watch Penn and Teller Fool Us or Fool Penn and Teller, whatever the show's called, and she got mad because they don't tell you how they did the trick. At the end. She was like, "I mean, how did I do
The thing
that?"
now is with the internet, you can Google everything. You go to
Yeah.
YouTube and
Yeah.
like
Well,
literally
I learned how to float.
any magic trick they'll show you.
I learned how
exactly
to
it's
levitate
done.
like David Blaine from doing it.
Yeah.
The Long Island medium. Did you ever see Kate McKinnon from SNL do?
Yes,
That
yes,
was so
yes.
good.
In that podcast, that they talk to mediums that work for the FBI, that work for the CIA currently right now, using whatever powers they have to find people.
And they're I was gonna say they've been
Yeah.
where there's police that are like, all right, we gotta use it. We
Dude.
gotta try and figure this out, and then wind up using mediums.
I said to my brother, I go, I believe it, but here's the one thing: how my annoying mother didn't break through in that conversation. He goes, "Oh, she did," and I go, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "John Edward is talking to me about a suicide," and all of a sudden he goes, "What's the production about? What's that all about? What's Florida?" And he goes, "That's your mother going. Ask him about Florida. Ask him about my niece who's doing. I mean, my granddaughter who's doing it." And he goes, "That was your mother."
At the same time, my kids have this like machine where you like type in the answers
That's
and,
an
it,
eight ball.
and it guess what you think. Like
Yeah.
every time.
Funny question ball.
Yeah, like
But they narrow it down. My son had that, and they narrow it down to the access of the internet, to where you're saying, you can go, okay, is it over 40? Well, you've eliminated 8 million people by saying no. And then is it an actor? Well, you've eliminated another 12. So it just narrows it down by
but I mean,
fact.
that's a kid's toy. So
Yeah.
imagine if you're like a professional at doing that.
Yeah.
That's why anytime I do anything, pick a card or do that, like 20 questions, whatever, I think of someone or think of a card, and then I think of a different one.
Change it.
Yeah, I change it before because I go, well, if I thought of that one, that's probably the obvious one. So then I'm going to go with
Yeah.
this one.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Let's
try
do
to
that.
see whether it works. Finally, in news, a travel company released its weirdest items left in a hotel room list for the year. I have the top 10 of different weird stuff that they found in a hotel room. Not very weird. Rosary beads. Not very weird.
No.
A little creepy.
Caviar.
Oh,
All right, a little bit weirder. Inflatable boat.
All right.
Somebody left an inflatable
like a
boat.
raft, like a big raft.
A clown costume, full costume with shoes, wig,
With
nose,
blood
everything,
on the gloves.
and left it in the hotel room.
That's terrifying.
Thousands of German marks, which was the what they used to use, that were stashed between the toilet and the water tank, like back in it, and they were
Oh, yeah,
stashed
hiding
underneath
it,
it. Yeah. Grandma's lucky teacup. I
Oh.
guess it said Grandma's lucky teacup. I don't know.
Well, grandma ran out of luck.
How about this? Left in a hotel room. A glass eye. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Maybe Sammy Davis Jr.
Something.
I think they probably had two.
Prosthetic limbs.
Oh,
Witchcraft paraphernalia.
Mhm.
yeah.
We'll get a
My
room
people.
and do a little witchcraft.
Yeah.
And then number one, not very odd, dentures.
Yeah, everybody probably.
But that's like to your point of
You would
I feel
think
like I'm
that-
forgetting
yeah.
something.
And they say it was Dolly Parton.
I was gonna say that. Hey, did anybody watch the finale of Reacher?
No,
Nah.
no, is it awesome?
I gave up on Reacher.
I like it.
I watched the whole season and all the way up until the last episode. It was awesome.
Oh no.
The last episode gives you everything you want. Everybody gets killed. It's not spoiler alert. It's Reacher, so you know who's going to win. It is the worst acting and
Aw.
over the top, like the Reacher, just the liners. It's so awful. It's good. I mean,
I got
it's
2 episodes left. I just finished the episode where he gives I'm not gonna say it
the
anyway.
next episode's good too.
Yeah, he
Beats
gives
up all the guys.
no. Well, he gives a little kid to the local cop,
Yeah.
and all that goes down. Yeah.
Well, it's after that. The last episode is so cheesy and so corny. Like it's what you expect. I think they give you what you want, but it's just really corny.
Speaking of giving you what you want, did you see that they're saying that Top Gun 3 is happening?
Yes.
I saw that, but I wasn't sure if it was real.
Yeah, it's rumor. It's
Yeah.
rumor that Glenn Powell said, "I'm sure there's a jet waiting for me." in
Yeah.
there," and so-
I saw a whole poster and everything. I'm like, this. I think somebody made
Yeah,
this up.
there's no like official
Yeah.
release date or anything, but they're saying. I mean, it made
Somebody
so
needs
much
to die
money.
in this one.
It made so
Yes.
much money and did so well and everything. You
Got
gotta,
to.
yeah.
2 was so good that I almost don't want them to ruin it.
They
You know
won't.
what I mean?
They won't ruin it.
Top Gun 3 starts with Maverick in his dress whites getting married, right?
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
settling down finally,
Yeah.
and then Goose's son Rooster takes
And,
over.
and now that he's married and he did that mission, he finally
Yeah.
gets bumped up.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
Gets bumped up, and then they need him to.
Does he become admiral? Takes Val Kilmer's
Oh,
place?
I don't think
I
you
don't think
jump
they
that
never
fast.
No,
They never
I don't
make
know
him an
anything.
admiral.
No.
But I think he definitely starts getting a little respect. Maybe they let him teach the Top Gun class again, or something along those
something.
lines. But then we need him. The Rooster stuck somewhere, and he has to go get him. Well,
Yeah.
basically that was the last one.
I love that movie so much.
It was so good. Jennifer
Remember-
Connelly.
And Tom Cruise fought because they were going to release it during COVID at home,
Yeah,
and you could buy it. And he fought to say it needs
Yeah.
to be theaters. We need to push it back.
I was fine with it, waiting for it. It
Yeah.
paid off in the end.
And
Right.
he
So-
thanked everybody before.
Yeah. Don't thank you, Tom.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
thank you, Tom.
I felt when he was like, "Thank you," I was like, "You're welcome, Tom.
Thanks,
We'll
man.
buy you with whatever you need." Jennifer Connelly, the female version of Tom Cruise, to be that age and still look that good.
Dude,
So good.
so
right?
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I can't get a girl that's not my age that wouldn't fit the storyline. How many girls are there that are my age that are still as hot as she is?
Mhm.
She is
gorgeous.
also there's a lot of women that are like this. I mean, always beautiful, but I think more beautiful now than she's ever been.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree.
53.
Julia
53
Louis
years old.
Dreyfus is to me.
Yeah.
It's amazing how hot she got.
Cameron
Yeah.
Diaz for me.
Cameron Diaz.
Mhm.
Cameron Diaz just her face bugs me though.
Why?
I just feel like
Too
she'd be
round?
totally she's got a pie head, but
She does.
I just I see bitchy when I look at her.
I like it.
Jennifer Connelly married to Jarvis, right? From
Oh, that's
yeah, yeah.
right.
Oh, Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
Also sexy.
But dude, those text messages that they read between Paul Bettany and Johnny Depp of them doing cocaine together in court were hilarious.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Forgot
Oh
about
my
that.
god, dude. They partied.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, they partied.
yeah.
Good for him.
All right, Galvin. Thank you for the news.
You got it.
Carmen,
Yes.
are you here today? What's going on?
I am. Hi.
I believe you.
Hello?
She got the cramps.
I think she gave it to me.
Oh no, you got the
Uh,
poops?
Not poops. My stomach's killing me.
I'm sorry.
What is wrong with you guys?
They
This
don't
is,
love
this is a
vitamins.
sickly bunch.
I know. I feel like I'm fine until Spanish gets me sick.
What? I didn't get you sick, did I?
Last
You
night,
definitely got you sick.
last night I was
No.
dying, and I was like, the only person that's sick is Spanish, and I believe he gave
I
it
was
to me.
sick for one. I had a fever for one
Yeah,
day
I
last.
know.
Damn it. I didn't
blew
come
your
in.
germs into my face.
By the
didn't
way,
come
you can get pregnant having sex once, just so you know.
I
Mhm.
cannot get pregnant
No.
having 6 months.
You can, yeah. Men can get pregnant. It's 2024.
Yes, man. Come on.
Don't be a hater.
Wow.
Yeah,
You hate trans people. What a
you're
jerk.
homophobic.
What a complete and utter
A
jerk.
lot of people tell
I'm
me that.
pregnant
Yeah.
phobic. Yeah, I don't want to.
When we last left off the saga of Love Tiger, he was in the hospital in the heart area.
Had been in there for a few days. Yeah, I had, they said, congestive heart failure, and he was wearing the shock defibrillator vest in case something happened with his heart.
That's right. He had to wear the vest.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know how bad it was, but that's pretty bad. And I have to say, most people criticize us they say we're making fun of Love Tiger. I don't think we're making fun of him at all. We're his friend. We've been good friends to him for 20 years, like really, literally 20 years.
I would be very sad if Love Tiger died. I
Yes.
said that whenever he was showing his legs and showing his feet and everything, I said, you got to get checked out, man, because something's going wrong.
Somebody in his family isn't taking care of him. So we gave him enough grief that he ended up going to the hospital for his swelling and leaking and all the stuff that he had. And he got the treatment. He's home now.
Oh,
Oh.
good.
Well, I don't know. And nobody's taking care of him at home. He's back doing his stupid radio show. And I asked him if he would come on the show, and he keeps trying to get me to go on the radio show and like go. I said, listen, you want to call in, and we'll talk to you. But
And he wanted you to buy him
an air fryer.
in the fake tea that makes you skinny.
Yes, the
Yeah.
tea that he probably saw John Goodman selling.
Yeah, right.
But he wants you all to know that he went in there at 253 and he's down at 235.
Oh, really?
I don't know,
Wow.
some,
That can't be
some
right.
numbers like that. Let me see. Hold on.
Eh, maybe.
He
Well,
did tell me.
If everything leaked out of the sores,
And you have to
Gross.
imagine that he's just sitting at home in his bed, doesn't go outside at all. He's eating, like I said, whatever he finds in his driveway,
yeah,
you know,
Mm.
or whatever he's eating and stuff. So if they had him in the hospital, it was probably a little bit better. And,
He did say that his family does nothing for him.
yeah, listen, Love Tiger, if you're listening, and I,
I think
know that
Love
you are.
Tigers might have a love mama, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that she's
Right. Yeah, that could be.
100%.
Could be. But he needs to at least start walking and eating better. Those two things can change so much for him.
I don't know if he's allowed to leave. Like, I don't know if
He
they
can
let
go
him
for
out
a
of the
walk.
house.
He can go for a walk.
does he still have the vest now? Like that's a thing you have to wear all the time.
I don't know, Gio, because although he wants me to give you, he said today, make sure you give the guys an update. Although he wants me to update you, he doesn't really give me the full scoop. And when I want to call him and talk to him, he doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to go on the air, but yet he wants me to buy him an air fryer and a bunch of other things.
I would love if he's still wearing the vest and it's hooked to like one of those light switches that you don't know what happens. People are just flipping it.
I went in when I was 253 and I'm now 236.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could go
How
in
long
for a
was he
week.
in there for? A week?
10 days? No, it was more than that. It was like 10 days, I think he said.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 12 days.
Yeah, all those fluids out of him. And
what's an air fryer going for these days?
$30?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he sent me the link to the one that he wants.
Oh, he had a specific brand and model.
Yeah,
Oh,
hold
nice.
on. I don't know. I'll tell you, he went and price matched because he found one that was $9 cheaper. I'll tell you, I'd be happy to send this to Love Tiger. $42.86.
Oh,
yeah.
I would send this to him.
I'll kick
Don't do it.
You send him some vegetables.
Oh yeah. Don't.
That he can air fry.
I don't know. I think he wants to put in potatoes in there. You can't. That's not helping out with.
He's
your,
making pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not helping out with the heart.
French fries and onion rings.
I don't want to be I can't send him the air fryer till he comes on the show because I don't want to be responsible with sending him something that's going to only make things worse.
That could be the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
But also, if he's not allowed to go for a walk by himself, I don't know whether he can baby burn himself on, air fryer. Yeah.
I think that is my mother just leaves him in the morning. You want to hear the West spot? He's got a hot sister.
What?
No.
Dude,
Listen, there's
telling you.
as soon as you say Love Tiger has a hot sister, I imagine Love Tiger with long hair and a pink bow.
Lipstick on.
Yeah. No. He's got an attractive sister. He really does. Like I remember.
I'm Janie P. Love Train.
Yeah.
No, he showed me a picture of her back in the day. A couple of different pictures of her. She had a baby, and he showed me pictures of him with the baby and her and all that. And I'm like, how is that your sister? So I don't really know what goes on in the
She's
family.
attractive in a picture with Love Tigers.
No. She was. I've seen her alone.
Well, I mean, there's been situations where people normal family and then they have Love Tiger.
Yeah, they got one off.
Yeah.
One that's a little off. That's all right. Love Tiger is relatively normal. He's just, he thinks he's a tiger or whatever. Nothing was better than when he used to interact with BL. He'd go, oh, "Hi, BL," and then Dinah. Remember Dinah?
Yeah.
Dinah.
Yeah.
I love Dinah.
Oh, dude.
I bet you I have some of those.
I bet you do.
I don't
Dinah.
even know where to look.
Dinah. And he did that weird.
Yeah. Oh. The best thing about Love Tiger is he gets embarrassed by that stuff. So
Aw.
he knows.
He hasn't learned to lean into it yet, huh?
I don't know. Is that what you do?
Yeah. Come on. Are you kidding me? I lost my shoes live on the air.
Can I ask you some personal questions?
Sure.
Oh boy.
How was this weekend?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really good. A lot of
Did you
me
go out
time.
Mariah again?
No, she's been out of town.
Oh, I mean, I always thought that would be a good thing for you.
I got to tell you, I'm very excited about it, but I'm taking my time.
Sounds like you're in love.
Jesus Christ! Don't do this to me.
What?
Just say it.
No,
Just say
I'm
I'm in love.
definitely
Pump the
not in
brakes.
love.
That's not what we're doing.
Definitely.
No.
What do you mean? That's not what we're doing.
I want to see you happy, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Well, I wasn't happy
though.
before, but
Did you
I
get a ring yet?
no. This is time for me. This is my time now. So.
Should we talk about the wedding on air?
That's so gay. This is me time.
It is, man.
This is Spanish
I
time.
gotta take time to heal myself. Got to reconnect and all that stuff that people say.
How do I have a folder on my thing called Tuttle, but there's nothing in here for Love Tiger?
I know.
Oh, there's one called Rob.
Uh-oh.
I don't have.
Is
any.
it under LT instead of Love Tiger?
I'm looking at the whole L section.
Okay,
Come on,
all right,
man.
all right.
What do you think? I'm a novice?
You guys an idiot? Why would you
I
say
mean, you
that?
did
Why are
talk
you
to
doing
me.
this to me?
You talked to me like I'm an idiot.
Never, Michael. Never. I'm sorry. I
Hey,
don't know. what I
dummy,
was
is it
thinking.
under
I don't-
LT? Like, why don't you just say it? Jeez.
Maybe it's under Johnny P. Love Train instead of.
You want to hear?
I
don't know,
do.
I got something
Very
called
much.
Love Tiger Air Checks.
It's a couple minutes after 3 o'clock. This is the voice and heart of Hillsborough Community College, WXYB in Rock Beach, and worldwide 24/7 at hawkradio.com. You listen to the Good Time Old School Classics Time Machine. I'm Dr. J.
Good time, oldie classics time.
Yeah,
machine.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you give me that? And I am going to image the hell out of it and put
Punch
all
it
kind
up.
of
Yes.
no, but like all kind of production coming back to him and start sending it out to radio stations. Dude.
Can we get him a job?
Yeah.
Can we get him a
The heart of
job?
Hillsborough Community College, WXYB in Rock Beach, and worldwide 24/7 at hawkradio.com. You listen to the Good Time Old School Classics Time Machine. I'm Dr. Johnny P. Love Trade. Here's the Pledge of Allegiance by John Wayne, please stand.
By the way, was completely unaware that he's a doctor.
Yeah.
Please stand.
Dr. John P. Lovetrain.
Play some jams.
I'm having flashbacks of being on the bone.
The flamethrower,
Playing the
Indian Rock
biggest
Beach.
variety of old school classics from the 60s, the 70s, and 80s, and a few from the early 90s. This is a good time old school classics time machine. I'm the third Johnny P. Love Train from the summer of 72. That's the Hollies. The long cool woman in a black dress. And I started to show off.
Is he chewing gum?
With impressive leaders by the Duke, John Wayne. I'm the third Johnny P. Love Train. This is HawkRadio.com. This is a good time old school classics time machine. Abbreviated edition. I'll be out till 5 p.m. Eastern. I got like to welcome some new listeners. Jim Long in West Point, New York. Maddie Rock in St. Petersburg, Florida. Jess in Stockholm, Sweden.
He literally knows all his listeners. He knows them all.
And Breen in San Diego, California.
You don't know
Guys,
Maddie
welcome to
Rock?
the show. Got some great music to play for you, including the number one song for April 19th, 1977. From the spring of 1980, a group out of Australia. This is Russell Hitchcock and Grant Wassell. Air Supply. Lost in Love. Good time old school classics time machine. HawkRadio.com.
I mean, this is a great song.
I'd put him on 97X.
You know, worse than what they had. Let me go to the phone lines. Let's go to Alan. Alan, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up, buddy?
Good morning.
Hi, Alan.
Hi. I wanted to chime in on the psychic topic.
Okay.
I'm a complete skeptic and non-believer, but my wife reads tarot cards professionally and has for 20-something years. And now there's absolutely something to it. I can't explain it, but
tarot cards to me are, correct me if I'm wrong, they're the big cards and you turn them over, you shuffle them up and you turn over and go, oh, this is what this says.
Right.
But you're not really, there's none, so you're just reading what the cards say,
Well,
right?
but you're picking the cards based on the person in front of you.
You are, or you're not just laying them out randomly?
Yeah, it's not,
No.
You perceive it as it being random, but the person who's reading the tarot cards stops on those specific cards because of your energy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't wanna
And you
get
put an
sciencey.
intention. Yeah, you put an intention into the cards quietly. You don't say anything before they shuffle the cards and start reading them. And, you know, she got runner-up in Best of the Bay this year as psychic tarot card reader. And I watch her read for people, and she says, don't ask me any questions. Don't tell me anything about yourself. Put your intention into the cards. She'll shuffle the cards. She'll start reading, and I constantly see people in tears going, how could you possibly know that?
Will she come
How
do
can
that for
you-
us?
Absolutely.
I wanna
She's
do it.
phenomenal.
I would like her to come and do it. And listen,
Absolutely.
and I'm like you. I'm a skeptic, but I'm not. I'm not saying let's all hogwash. I'm be willing to let her do it and see. Yeah.
You know what's so funny is literally this weekend, my wife and I were driving, and there was a psychic. It was in a building, and it said, you know, psychic readings. And I go, "You're making enough money that you have a building.
Oh, dude,
Like, you have a brick and mortar. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I could see if you're going over to somebody's house. Yeah, I do it, whatever. But enough money to pay rent
dude.
and have a building.
I got my palm read in St. Pete by some little old Indian woman, and it was the most mind-blowing
All right,
experience.
All right, if you wouldn't mind, Alan,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put you on hold. What is your give your wife a plug? What is her name or business?
She is on the Dawn Bednar. She is the Unburnable Witch on Facebook.
Should we try to burn her while she's here?
Absolutely. She's unburnable.
By the way, I think that's
She's
Lamb of God's
fireproof.
new album, Unburnable Witch.
That's a great name. All right, I'm gonna put you on hold, and we'll set up a
Yep.
time for the Unburnable Witch to come in the studio and do it live on the air.
Absolutely. She'll blow your mind.
All right, pal. Thank you. Hold on, okay?
Okay.
I know what you're thinking, Galvin.
She's unburnable. Yeah.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Blow your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
I'm out.
I'm
I'm
in.
in. Witchcraft, no way.
Oh, dude, I'm in.
Spanish, get ready for this one.
All right.
This guy says he could prove that Joe Biden is fake.
Oh.
Chris, go ahead.
One word. Earlobes.
Yeah,
I know everybody says
Yeah,
that. Well,
yeah.
maybe, man, I don't know. I have parts of me that change with the weather.
It's
Nah.
Dave, movie Dave. That's what we're living in right now.
No, if you look at pictures of him when he was young, the pictures of him now, the earlobes were unattached and now they're attached, which cannot happen in a human.
Maybe Adam
You're either
fakes.
born with
let me just put this out there, and I'm not defending Joe Biden or anything.
I
but-
thought you were gonna be like earlobes is where we're going.
no, but you know that he had brain surgery, right? So could they have,
No, no,
tightened it up?
no,
I'm
no.
just asking. Just asking.
How do you
Joe.
know? You didn't see his
Chris,
medical
relax.
records. What if?
Yes, brain surgery, but you cannot. It's like fingerprints; they don't change.
Listen to me. They don't
your
change
earlobes are either
naturally.
attached.
Stop talking for a second. They don't change naturally. But what if he's like goes into surgery and he goes, "Hey, look, I'm going to be president. I don't want these stupid earlobes anymore. Can you fix those?" I mean, plastic surgeons. Look what they did to Khloe Kardashian.
I mean, that's like saying he asked for webbed fingers.
Well,
that's ridiculous.
We
That's
like
not a
what we
thing.
like. We like what we like,
That's
sir.
not a thing.
They made
That's
Khloe
not a
Kardashian
thing.
was a Sasquatch, and they made her an attractive woman.
Yeah, because when they do brain
That-
surgery,
that-
when they do brain surgery, depending on where they have to crack open your skull, it is very feasible that they would have pulled the skin a little more taut,
Right.
making
Like
the
a
earlobes close.
facelift.
And I
Yeah.
believe he's actually had a facelift as well.
How has he really?
I believe.
Without a doubt, all those things are true. However, like fingerprints, your earlobes do not change. They don't
But
go
you
from
can do
attached.
cosmetic surgery on that.
Do you think that perhaps if they were going to pick a different person to play Biden, they would have picked a better guy?
Man, I don't know. I don't run things. I just
You're
just
saying
know
you don't
what I
run
know.
things. I thought you ran. Who are you voting for, sir?
I voted for Biden, and I got no idea who I'm going to vote for this time. I don't like either. It's like a big poop sandwich or a vomit milkshake.
See, I think a lot of
Which
people
one?
believe what this guy is saying. I
yeah.
think a lot of them are like, we have no
Yeah.
choice. We don't know. We don't know what it is. All right, thank you, sir.
Do you think
I
we're real,
appreciate
Chris?
that. Oh, stop! You get me all worked up.
I thought Chris was the plug. He
Yeah,
said he doesn't
yeah.
run things.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mike, can I talk to Galvin, if you could?
I'm good. Let me see if Galvin's available. You good?
Yeah, I got a few minutes.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Hey, Galvin, big Pittsburgh Steeler fan.
All right.
All right.
I have in my possession a big Steeler full-size Ben Roethlisberger on a piece of plywood.
I didn't hear what you
It
said.
looks-
Who is it? A what?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Russell's? Okay.
Big Ben.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Number 7. Got it.
Okay, and yeah, I got a complete. It looks exactly like him. It's the same height. It's painted professionally, and I have it sitting in my garage for 5 years, and I didn't know if you wanted it.
Wow, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have
Do you
a
have
Ben
room?
Roethlisberger?
Yeah. Ben Russell's burgers.
Don't have one of those yet. Yeah, I mean, could you drop it by over here, Mike? When
Maybe
you're
what
available?
if we traded? No, not here.
Yeah.
Not here. Not to my house.
You don't want Ben Russell's burgers here?
No, I don't want any of that. I don't really want the real Ben Roethlisberger here.
Are his earlobes attached?
Is this something you might want, Calvin?
Oh yeah. Drop it. Can you drop it by the station?
Ideal.
or
Where do you
what-
live, sir?
Oh, I live in Northwest Bradenton.
Perfect. Can you get to the radio station? Would you be willing to drop it off?
I will drop it off there, no problem.
All right, and then look, I'm gonna put you on hold. Maybe we'll give you some tickets or something for your nice gesture.
Okay, hey, I appreciate it, and I love you guys.
All
I
right,
love you.
buddy.
Thank you.
pal.
Appreciate it.
it.
My wife is gonna
Okay.
love that.
So
My wife is gonna love
Put it
Ben is
over a
what?
bed.
6'4", 6'6"?
6'5".
6'5".
Yeah.
So a 6'5" piece of plywood in your
Yeah,
house. I think
yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it looks like Ben Roethlisberger.
Professionally painted.
Yeah, no, it's Ben Brussels burgers.
I hope
okay?
to God when you get it, it looks like
Like Cristiano Ronaldo's
yeah.
his
It
bust.
looks like Biden.
I think that'd be great.
Ian Beckles. Oh, I don't know what he was saying.
Come on, Joe.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, man, there used to be a psychic reader in Tarpon Springs and a brick and mortar building like that. And she misspelled psychic on the side of the building. So,
Wow.
if she couldn't read a dictionary, I wouldn't bet on her reading your future real well.
Yeah.
Also, these psychics that have buildings on the side of the road, those are called their homes with the sign in the window. So yeah, I get it, sir. Thank you.
I'm gonna give you a home reading of physics.
Now, Spanish.
Yeah.
Like you.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, like you failed before. Sorry, I saw someone on TV that distracted me. Remember when I wanted to do the pizza week?
Yeah.
Where I had pizza come from different
Right.
places and we tried it out and it never happened.
Okay.
What if we have a couple of psychics coming that week, like a tarot card reader, a psychic reader,
Okay.
a numerologist or
In
something?
the same week?
Well, I mean, we could do once a month or whatever. But I'm just saying, I don't really know.
I'll start reaching
how
out to.
Well, I mean, let them reach out to us. You
All
know what
right,
I'm saying?
all
Like,
right.
like Alan did about his
Okay.
unburnable wife.
That's not
Is
what
Yes, he did. Unburnable witch.
Unburnable Witch. Is Friday the house party?
Yes.
Maybe Friday would be a good time to have the
Yeah,
Unburnable
to have
Witch.
Alan in. Yeah.
Carmen,
Hello.
what are you doing?
I was getting the number. I can't.
Oh,
I
all
couldn't.
right, I'm sorry. I didn't
Well,
know.
yeah.
I said, wait a
I
minute.
was doing what you wanted me to do, but I couldn't
Stand
because
by.
you were taking
Can't
phone calls.
cancel what I had planned for Carmen.
Perfect. Thank
Are you here Friday for the house party?
Yes.
Sure.
I'm gonna have
Spanish
a surprise.
says yes.
I'm gonna have a surprise for you.
Okay.
It's for everybody, but mostly for Carmen.
It's
'cause I
a
love her the most.
6'5" wooden bed and
And I have food coming in on Friday as well. So.
From where?
It's a Cuban place called Azucar Cuban Cafe.
Nope.
You don't want that place?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Canceled.
I'll enjoy
All
watching
right.
you guys eat.
Well, you're here.
I know, but I'm on a diet.
Fatty, 2x4 can't fit through the kitchen door.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Fatty 2x4 can't fit through the kitchen door.
I mean, that's not the case. But
I mean, listen, you can eat some stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
wouldn't they make a nice salad for you or something? I mean, they have a Zukar in the name. That's sugar. That's
Yeah.
probably not good for
Well,
you.
no, they do great Cuban sandwiches. But we'll nix it. We'll do whatever you want.
I gotta tell you, I gotta say, thank you to Melissa at Alessi for taking my daughter's Taylor Swift birthday cake to the next level. She's
That
amazing. I sent her a picture of one that was mediocre, and she turned it into something that was just super. Galvin just showed me the picture of not fat Carmen.
I love that
The one that
picture.
wasn't you, Carmen.
At the Wawa.
Wawa Carmen.
Yeah,
you guys gotta stop sharing it. You're ruining that lady's life.
Oh,
You guys are
man.
real mean.
She's out there somewhere.
I like
Yeah,
small.
exactly. That's a real person.
No,
listen
as
to
a
me.
real person, she's okay. As Carmen, she's terrible.
Carmen,
That's not a compliment.
I saw her at that Wawa, but then like just this last week, I saw her at the movie theater, and she was up there. She goes, "No, I'm Carmen from the Calta Show. Give me,
Oh, yeah.
give me some popcorn,
Jujubes.
some Butterfingers,
Barefoot Carmen.
man, more cheese on those nachos, Carmen. I'm Carmen over here.
She's using it. She's using
Oh
it.
my
Do
god.
it. Do it up.
Getting that Wawa quesadilla.
Yeah, baby.
Getting that Wawa.
Carmen, we'll make sure that there's food that you can eat.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right.
If
So
not, I
Yeah.
can bring my own breakfast.
No.
No.
I don't know
No,
why.
no, no,
What
no, no.
are you guys going?
I'm working on a surprise for you.
Yeah.
It's not a good surprise.
No. I promise you. It's a surprise that most of us would appreciate. You would love.
Okay.
It'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
It's unburnable.
Stop.
We're gonna pin your ears
Don't.
back.
Don't. That's
Wait,
not what
She
he meant.
comes in, I'm gonna set that bitch on fire.
That's
Your
not
husband's a
what they
liar.
meant.
You're a fraud.
Die, evil witch.
All right, we got to take a break. Ian Beckles is making his way into the studio, and then we will do our death pool picks, which we are way behind on. What are we doing? 4 today?
I mean,
No.
as many as
We gotta
can.
do odd.
Yeah, we have to. That's to be odd
All
numbers.
right,
Right.
so 5.
I saw that you had on your podcast, you and Derek Brooks had Warren Sapp on that podcast. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it yet, but did you get Fun Sapp?
Yes. Fun Sap comes with Derek Brooks.
Yeah. Oh, okay. 'Cause
Those
that's
two
kinda
together,
like,
it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, sometimes you get Stiff Sap, sometimes you get Fun Sap. Like sometimes, and he's always been fun on this show. I don't know why I have the hiccups like a baby.
Peanut butter.
I don't eat peanut butter.
Takes care of
Takes
hiccups
care of it.
I got some peanut butter. You want some?
immediately.
No, you gross
Come on,
face.
it's delicious peanut
I've
butter.
watched
Honey
you
roasted.
eat it with a spoon from the jar.
Oh,
You
so
disgusting
good.
vermin.
I would share my spoon with you.
No.
No.
In fact, like I said earlier, if I needed you to do that to me to let me live, let me die.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will feed you peanut butter. I will not let you die, Michael.
I have said many times. I made up. I know no one's thinking about this except for me. But the other day I was peeing, and I always say, if I go to the doctor and the doctor says, "Good news and bad news." Bad news is you have something really bad, but the good news is we can save you by sticking a tube up the head of your pee-pee. I say to that doctor, "Let me die. My time has come."
Yep.
What if
I am
Pete
so
had to come
nope,
over and
nope. The hottest doctor could want to do it, and I'd be like, nope.
Yeah.
I don't. I think that I would choose death, but then I was out peeing, and I was thinking, maybe it's not so bad. I mean, I'm not going to do it for fun.
Right.
No, like, I know what you're saying, and it's bad just to think about, but I think more mentally than it is physically. Galvin's had it done. Is it more mentally bad or physically bad?
Mentally.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's both.
Well, I know, but it doesn't hurt. It's uncomfortable. It's weird, but it doesn't hurt.
So, Ian, I had a nurse holding, and I go, I'm very nervous about this. And she goes, do you want more lidocaine? And I go, yeah. And she just went, I just went, all right, well, there we go.
Do you know though, where it loses me at holding? I don't know how they got it. Mine's gonna be like later, going in the hole. See you guys later. I know you had it done. My dad had it done. I think my brother had it done. Big Dick had it done. I know so many people that had it done. They're like, yeah, it's not bad. It's just weird. It's uncomfortable, but it's not bad. I have no problem with the colonoscopy though, and that's going in there for like 2 miles. They put 2 miles of thing in there,
or 2.5 inches with lifeguard.
With lifeguard. That's what I'm gonna do.
But with that, you're not really looking at it. But with the other thing, with the catheter,
I'm not gonna look at that either.
Oh, dude, you have to.
I wouldn't look at it.
It's right there.
I would not. I'd put a
drape?
towel up or
Okay.
something. Don't let me see that. I don't know what-
He'd be John Cena.
Oh,
yeah, he can't see me.
What if it gets snagged on something?
Oh, on what? Like I feel like at my age, for the first time, I should every 50 years you should have a roto-rooter. You know, like you should
clean the pipes.
We clean the pipes out.
I'm in.
Like you never
So-
went split stream. You never split stream while you're paying.
You have that happen so you don't die. Let's get to death pool picks. See how I did that segue? That was beautiful.
You never went number one and it split streamed.
Why would it do that?
I don't know. Something backed up in
Yeah.
there a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have.
After a enjoyable night. Could happen.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I knew a girl who was her mother was a gynecologist, and she used to say that urinating after making sweet love is good because it gets anything. It
I
pushes
heard
it out.
Monica say that the other day on the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does she know?
I don't know. She hasn't
She's a
been in a
Bills
while.
fan.
I don't know.
How'd that work out? Listen. I like Monica. I love that people hate Monica, and I only care or know anything about the Bills because Monica loves them so much.
She does.
So I feel bad for her today. I can't even make fun of her because I know what it's like to have your team lose.
I don't know if you know what it's like to be Monica
No.
and have her team lose.
No.
Because you're not attached to your team like Monica's attached to her team.
Exactly.
Neither am I.
And I never will be.
No, and I don't want to be.
Yeah, I was that way with the Yankees, and then I realized I have no benefit. It's kind of like a
Like
movie.
Monica, though?
Maybe not like Monica. That's a little much. Yeah.
Everything is like all her handles has
Oh, no,
bills.
no,
in it, you know what I
no,
mean?
no, yeah.
It's a lot.
Every
lot of-
Bills fan I know, though, is like that for some reason. They all are like so ride or die hardcore. Their whole life is Bills Mafia.
A lot of my not passwords like computer passwords, but like if I need a keypad, something, they're all old Yankee numbers that I have to remember. So it just helps me. Helps me get if somebody says, "How do I get in your house?" I got to go. Chris Chambliss, Greg Nettles, Thurman Munson, and that'll remind me that I can never forget the number. But no, you're right. None of my I feel like it was the movie Bronx Tale that really did it for me. When he was like, Mickey Mantle, did Mickey Mantle ever pay your electric bill? What did Mickey Mantle ever do for you? And I stopped and I went, he's right. These guys, none of these. The only Yankee that ever did anything for me was George Steinbrenner. Well, and David Wells. David Wells and I consider him a friend, though. He did friend things, but George Steinbrenner was the only one that actually went out of his way for me and was cool to me for no reason. Like I couldn't do anything back for him, you know?
Nobody ever said anything bad about Steinbrenner.
Oh, I bet the people that work for him too.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I interviewed Derek and myself interviewed Jeffrey Vinnick the other day.
I saw that, yes.
I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Jeffrey Vinnick.
No,
Never.
never.
Not one time.
There's one person I'm going to tell you who, and I feel like I tried to tell this guy, I get what you're saying, but it's just business.
Yeah.
There was a guy who owned a pizza place in Channelside, and I don't know the story, but I'm gonna make up a kind of a scenario. Like they told him you can renew your lease and you'll be fine, and then when Vinnick bought it, they kicked him out, like something along those lines. And he said they promised us they would do it, and that's him. I said that's business. It's
I don't know
something.
if Jeffrey Vinnick promised.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Also, it's you have to keep in mind that if he did that because it's not because he didn't like you or he wanted to crush your business. There's a bigger picture, and sometimes you have to concede to the bigger picture. And as a result, the smaller people are going to get hurt. I get it. I know why he's mad, but it's not Jeffrey Vinnick's fault.
Sure.
We should be putting that guy on a pedestal for not only getting our team to win, but putting the money and the attention into downtown Tampa, into Channelside, and just really caring about being here. And that's why when the Rays want to wonder why people aren't so gung-ho for their new stadium, it's the same thing. We don't feel the same way about what you do over there to what you could have owned. That whole Gabor district that turned into something could have been a baseball district beforehand. It could have been all Raysville, and they just didn't put enough into it.
I told this to Jeffrey Vinnick. I said, I use you as an example. People say, why don't people go see the Rays, or why do people go watch the Lightning? And the answer is Jeffrey Vinnick.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the answer.
You're right.
It's not just success, because the Rays are pretty darn successful.
Rays are good. I don't mind that stadium. I don't look.
Yeah.
I've been to Miami for a Marlins game and
Well,
sweating my ass off.
I don't know if that's a great stadium to compare it to.
No, but I'm saying just outside in Florida, just being outside in Florida,
Yeah.
it's awful. So I don't mind being in a dome. I also feel like what they did in the corridor, they made it family friendly. There's some things the kids could do. It's not a bad spot. Is it the most ideal place? No, but it's not enough of a reason to blame the team.
No, and the people's reasons to not go to a baseball game is I can't drive over a bridge. The same people can't drive over the bridge, drive the other way to see the Gators and FSU every weekend.
And then the people that come from Sarasota and Bradenton to go see the Lightning games.
That's right.
I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
Yep.
Well, what's he get? You got anything in the works, Vinny?
I think he's day trading now, just making lots of money.
I just want to know what like the next steps are for his evolution of whatever he's working on.
Well, I was trying to introduce him to Kava. So you ever hear of Kava before? We need some investors.
Let me tell you, I don't believe a lot of what Spanish says, but the fact that Kava has become so popular as it is, and now that they're attacking it, that it's become so popular,
makes sense, right?
It makes sense.
Makes
The
sense.
big pharmaceutical companies do not want anything natural to come out there as a natural cure or solution for any problems to make them lose any money.
Thank you, Rockefeller.
Now they're coming out with like THCA.
What is that?
Well, THCA is something that you can smoke, but you don't need your license.
Yeah, they have Mood has that. I think I've seen commercials for it where you don't have to because they have different ones. They have THCA and then I think
THCB.
B. Okay.
Well, the THCA is just normal marijuana that was picked early before a certain percentage, and then it grows afterwards and it matures, but you still get the same effect.
Okay,
but it's just not to the same level as the marijuana.
Interesting. What's so funny is that my grandmother, who's been passed away for several years now, but she was suffering towards the end, and the doctor said, I think you could benefit from medicinal marijuana, just taking it as a pill. You don't even have to smoke or anything. My grandmother never smoked a joint. Smoke. She did. She told me she did when she was younger.
Awesome.
But, yeah, imagine what she did. It was probably as bad as black tar heroin.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean? And she did it in the 50s. But she told me, she goes, one time, me and Tessie and Connie went up to the roof and we smoked a joint. And they would listen to Benny Goodman. But my grandfather would not let her take the THC medicine, the medicinal marijuana.
Isn't it crazy?
It's so crazy. He loved her more than anything and still would not let her take something that would help him because he was too ignorant to realize that it wasn't smoking pot. It wasn't drugs like that.
I heard a conversation with a young man and his father. And he goes, well, Dad, why don't you just take a THC pill? He's begging, I'm not a stoner.
No.
He goes, Dad, you take 20 pills a day and you drink yourself to sleep.
Right.
What are you talking
What
about?
Are you worried about?
Like, forget about what you're worried about. Just think of how you've been brainwashed that taking pills and alcohol is better than taking a plant. Think about that for a second.
You know who gave me garbage one time was Bill Romanowski. When I was telling him about the blood pressure medication I was taking. And he was like, Khaled, come on. I'm going to send you 2 things of this and that and do that and all the vitamins. Get off the pills that you're taking and take these. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, they did a fantastic study on dark chocolate and blood pressure where if you heat it and drink it, twice a day, it lowers your blood pressure dramatically after 7 days.
Wow. Oh, you gain 300 pounds a week.
Well, it has to be dark, super dark chocolate, almost 100% cacao, and then twice a day.
Yeah.
I was with Romanowski with the Broncos at the end of my career.
Yeah.
And Schlereth was next to me. And I used to take like Vibrant before practice to get me like caffeine pills.
Yeah.
I didn't have any. So I walk around the corner and I go, hey, Romo, you got any pills to pep me up? And he lit up. And he brings out a tackle box of pills.
I got it all for you.
Double-sided.
Yeah.
So he gives me a pill, and I walk over, and Schlereth goes, what is that? I go, Romo just gave me a pill. He goes, do not ever take anything. That's what he said to me. And I said, okay. And I put it aside for a rainy day.
Yeah. How much of that goes on?
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as uppers and stuff like that, just see what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, you think you would go in an MMA cage without uppers in you?
No.
Like, you got to be wired up.
How do they do all that without getting caught for it? Well, I don't know.
It's just caffeine is an upper. I mean, you could take Vibrant pills with a cafe con leche, and you're all ready to go.
That's true. I have never seen. We all agree that Warren Sapp can be very aggressive at times.
He can.
I've never seen a more docile Warren Sapp than when he missed the drug test. like the NFL mandated drug test, and had to call in and tell the NFL that he missed a drug test.
You got to beg. Yeah. 'Cause that's a missed test.
Like, hello, he's like, hey, this is Warren Sapp number 875-372. I had a drug test this morning and I forgot about it and I missed it. And he was on the air with me, but he had it. But I've never seen him be more docile than that.
Well, they got you by you.
They got you by the big daddies.
You know what the irony is? Back in the day, you know who's the guy with the cleanest pee?
Who? You?
Me. I never smoked till I was 35 years old.
Right.
I never like I was a guy like
no steroids.
No, never.
Ever?
No, never.
Oh, man, I probably would. If I was in the NFL, I would have done steroids.
Well, you can't. I was in a clean era. You couldn't take steroids.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's my second year they started testing, but I was a guy, and I have peed for some guys that needed clean pee. Like back in the day, you used to fake it with a bottle or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Beck, I need your pee. Like I was the only guy who had clean pee.
What's that go for?
I'm gonna. They say checks in the mail. I haven't seen the money yet.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought somebody would like at least like take you out to dinner.
No,
or
we didn't
something.
have no money back then. No. They owe me still.
You're a connoisseur of food. You like Burns?
I think Burns is an experience.
Yeah, you need 12 hours.
You can eat for 12 hours, and I think the food is good. I don't think it's better than Fleming's. I don't think it's better than Council Oak.
I
just
think there's
you
only so many ways you can make a steak before it becomes better than something else.
Well, I mean, I like when I have their steak, I just don't think it's better than the others.
That's
I think the
interesting.
experience is better.
The experience is something else. I'll tell you what I did have is my buddy Joey Deeb is a bourbon guy. I'm not. When they ask me what kind of bourbon I want in my old fashioned, I go, oh, yeah. But when you have it from somebody who knows what they're doing, it's entirely. I had 4 of them. Yeah.
What kind of- do you remember what kind of bourbon you got? Is it Bullet?
I don't, but there was Bullet Talk. I know that. It was. But we talked about a lot about bourbon. Yeah.
Baby Hudson also makes a good bourbon.
Well,
Or
they
a good
had their
old-fashioned.
bartenders there. They redid their bar in the front, and it's just like that's the spot to be in. But we were sitting in the dining room, and this is what's so weird is that there's so many people in there, and I just feel like I've lived here for so long. I should be able to recognize one other person, and be like, "Oh, that's Bill from wherever." That's nobody. I don't know any of those people.
Yeah, it's a whole new.
I still enjoy it. The food was good. I like the
Dessert
whole
room?
salad thing. Dessert room.
Yeah.
This guy had whipped cream and berries.
Oh,
I know. I was
Good
like,
for
this
you.
what a waste.
What a waste.
What a waste.
That macadamia and ice cream there
I
is,
know.
might be the best on the planet.
My wife was like, "It's so good that you're sticking to your diet. I'll take a peanut butter pie." Just right across from me, ordered a peanut butter pie. They brought me whipped cream and berries, and I ate those berries like they were the last berries on earth. Holy cow! All
Sure, you
right,
don't want any peanut butter.
no, I don't. Not your sloppy peanut butter. We have to do Death Pool picks. Let's take a quick break, get some commercials out of the way, and then we'll come back and get right into it. To the top of the hour, we'll round out our Death Pool picks. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Anything special planned this week that we need to know about? Friday is the house party.
And yes, and I believe TJ Miller is going to be stopping by.
Oh, I love TJ Miller.
Yeah, he's got some peanut butter that he's sending us. So I'm very excited.
What does that mean?
I mean, he's literally has peanut butter that he's.
Why
that
does he
he's-
have peanut butter?
I don't know. Maybe he heard about us talking about it. I know he's a fan of the show. He knows if we love peanut butter here on the show.
I don't even know what this means, but okay. All right.
He literally, he's. I talked to his guy, and he said, "I'm sending you peanut butter. You can open the box,
but
don't
open the
open
peanut
the
butter.
individual ones until he gets there."
No, don't worry about it, TJ Miller. I'm not eating your weird peanut butter. Oh, God. All right. Gio, I believe we start with you in the 2024 Death Pool. You're up first. Who was on your list and that we could shoot down?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell's a good pick.
Nah, she's protected.
Yeah, but so was Epstein. You
All right.
you say due to her video and evidence that she
I
had?
mean, she was the middleman between them and then yeah.
Carmen, who's next?
Next is Mike. You.
Oh, I will take the lovely and really messed up Christina Applegate. Is she on your list?
No,
Oh.
I didn't pick her yet.
I thought somebody picked her because I had.
Really?
Yeah, because I had her written down and then I remember taking her off.
Well, I got her.
Can somebody look and see?
Looking right now.
Looking right now is what you said. It
I
sounded
do
like
not
you said
see
something
her.
else.
She
Okay.
is not. Yeah.
All
She's
right.
not picked.
Galvin, I'm next.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the NBA center, Scott Pollard, who is 48 years old and having heart surgery.
Yeah.
Anybody want to vote on that?
Weird heart surgery. Oh, he's a champion, NBA champion, played in the league for 11 years.
You know Scott Pollard?
I know who he is.
Okay, all right. That's
What's his YouTube following?
It's the same as your baseball jackass. So, yeah. You didn't get him. You still didn't get him. Oh, you heard me. Yep. Still didn't get him. You got me. Right. What's your YouTube following?
Same as yours.
Huh? Probably not.
All righty.
All right, next is me. I'm going Liza Minnelli.
You
She's
son
been
of a
looking
bee.
bad
You son of a
forever.
bee.
Yeah, but her face is only 20.
Oh, yeah, face is 20, body is.
Yeah, she's dying.
Next is Pap Pap.
I will be going with actress Tippi Hedren, discovered by Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Birds. Yeah.
Okay.
How
Next
old
is
is Tippi Hedren? Jesus Christ, she's still alive.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, make
I
sure
checked.
she's still alive.
Yeah.
I checked.
All
I
right.
don't believe you though.
I don't believe you either.
Next is Spanish.
I'm gonna go with Lou Gossett Jr.
Number one on my list for today.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Ian.
Gene Hackman.
He's already been taken.
believe
out.
I
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
Harry Belafonte.
Dead.
Okay.
You're pretty good at this.
Sidney Poitier.
Dead.
Okay.
Way to know your black history.
I know, right?
If you name 3 dead people in a row, you lose your turn. Just so you know.
Did Queen Elizabeth die?
Yes.
Darn it. I don't know. I might have got a list of people who just died. What about Mel Brooks?
Mike's
Nope.
got him, I
Picked.
think.
Yeah.
Oh my
Already
goodness.
picked.
How about David Attenborough?
Carmen has him.
Oh my, really?
Yeah.
Wait, and you said Mel Brooks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not see him on your list.
Let's go.
I picked him.
Mike, I'm telling you, on the list that I have, I do not see him.
Well, you just can't say it. Pick
Joe
them.
has him.
Joe has him.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I knew somebody
Sorry.
picked him.
I was like,
I did have him on my list, so I thought I picked him.
And then Carmen has David Attenborough,
Okay.
I believe.
So I can't pick
somebody
Mel
picked
Brooks
him.
then?
I
No.
do. Yeah, I do.
Spanish has Gene Hackman.
Did I say Jimmy Carter?
He's dead.
No, he's Joe
No,
picked
he's
him.
alive. His
Oh.
wife is dead.
Joe has him.
Somebody picked him.
Joe
Sorry.
has
Yes,
him.
Joe picked him first pick.
Eva Marie Saint?
I think Joe might have taken her too.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, how do you spell her name?
My list.
No,
Eva.
Gio has him.
Gio?
Gio
Lisa Liu.
Who is Lisa Liu?
She's a very old actress.
Nobody has her.
Lisa Liu.
Wait a second. I don't see Eva Marie Saint's Gio. Who is Lisa Liu? What did she do?
Yeah, you know.
I know.
No.
I know. Lucy Liu.
She was in Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I recognize her.
Let me look.
Yeah.
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 Are you
She was, in
spelling?
Joy, she was in Joy Luck Club.
Yeah.
Are you
LU.
spelling Lou L-U?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me look.
Okay, yeah.
I don't. I'm not
I
saying that
vote
doesn't
no.
make her famous. But,
All right, that's good.
What did you say, Gio?
Are we voting on
No
Lisa
way.
Liu?
no, you guys all. I was the only one that asked about it, and you guys all.
No,
seemed
no, no.
to-
I'm saying
I was-
I had to Google her, and I'm looking, and it says those 2 movies that I've heard of. But
She's worked extensively in Hong Kong.
Get out of
you
here.
put a picture of Lisa Liu in front of me. I go, does she work at the China Garden that I ordered from, or
Incredibly
That's
racist.
just
no? Chinese people
On her day off.
sometimes work at China restaurant.
I don't recognize her from anything.
Let's vote.
She was in, just to give you an idea, in 2024 she was in Death and Other Details. Last year she was in The Dream of Red Mansions, American Born Chinese, Rally Road Racers, The Disappearance of Mrs. Wu, not Lou.
All right.
Crazy Rich Asians is the only thing that she's done that anybody's ever heard of.
So, Mike
Joy Luck
Kelta,
Club.
you say yes or no?
Negative.
Gio?
In Chinese they say
Oh my
no.
goodness.
No.
Spanish?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Carmen?
yes.
Let's go.
I say no.
So what does that put it at?
That puts it at 3-3.
I say yes.
So
And then
Tony
Tony-
Nobody
would
would call
No.
Tony. I pay Tony. He says no.
no.
Do you want to try and contact him?
I'm the only black guy here who's been through a lot throughout the years.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Throughout
That's
the
not.
years. What?
Yeah, just like the people before you, like Harry Belafonte and
Yeah,
Sidney
right.
Poitier,
Right,
the
boy.
great
Yeah.
breakers who you didn't know were dead
Yeah.
already.
So we're letting D-list foreign actors in.
I
now?
voted
That's-
no.
I
Joe.
voted no.
I voted no.
Can somebody text
That's
Tony?
smart.
I already did.
All right, well, let's move on, and we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Put it in a place as a placeholder.
He picked 7 dead people, so let's.
Okay, the next is Tony. He gets 2 picks.
He wants Joni Mitchell and Jim Irsay.
Ooh, Johnny Mitchell's good.
Ooh, Jim Irsay. Nobody took him.
Jim
Why-
Irsay was on drugs though, and I think he's clean.
No,
now.
no. He just had an incident.
Right,
where-
but it was because he had done drugs.
OD.
And I think he's and I think he's
Yeah.
cleaned up.
What's
no,
in it?
like just recently, like this last week, right?
It was a little bit early, before
In
that.
like November or December,
Yeah.
he OD'd, but the story just came out.
Yeah, he's got problems.
Who is it?
Jim
Jim
Irsay.
Irsay, the owner of the Colts.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was back in December. He had an
Hmm.
overdose.
All
We're
right.
at-
Back
we're
to
in
Ian.
Canada.
I'm gonna go with Madonna.
I mean, look, that's a long shot.
She
pick
don't
for a
look
woman.
right. She don't look right.
No, she got enough stuff under her head. All right, who's next?
Spanish.
I'm gonna go with Chuck Norris.
Ooh, Norris.
Nobody's
Chuck Norris beat death twice.
I'm just gonna say.
He doesn't die. He waits.
So I have Tony's vote here if you want it for Ian's pick.
Will Lucy? No, not Lucy. Lisa Lou make it in. Tony the cider.
Yes.
Wow.
I told you we should have never had him in.
Wow. I kicked him out. You brought him back.
I did.
Oh,
gross.
All right, who's next, Carmen?
That would be Pap.
She was just quit.
I quit. I
Right,
quit.
that's
This
ridiculous.
is what a joke.
I quit.
We voted.
I mean,
Yeah, I voted no.
what a
I voted
clown-
no too.
What a straight clown show.
For my pick, I'll be going with English singer-songwriter Marianne Faithfull.
No, no way.
Oh, why?
Come
Hey, we just let
she's-
Chinese nobody. in.
Marianne Faithfull is very famous.
Yeah, she had all of her own hits. She
Yeah, she's
dated
big.
Mick
She's like
Jagger
Iron-
for years.
She's very famous.
Let him in.
Let him in.
I'm
Marianne
gonna let her
Faithfull.
in.
I don't know.
I
this
don't know
person.
that she's alive.
Hmm.
I would
I've
double
never
check.
seen her before.
She's
Yeah.
77.
She's famous. All right, who's next?
Okay. Then me, I'm taking David Caruso.
Whoa, what's wrong with him?
Have you seen him?
No.
No one has seen him since 2017. He
Yeah.
has appeared and he is looking rough.
He's one of those ones. What happened to David Caruso?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You don't even know who he is. You're like, who is that? And then, yeah. So
Okay.
long shot, but yep.
Woof.
Galvin.
I'm going to go with Richard Lewis. Everybody's heard of Richard Lewis.
Who?
Richard
Famous,
Lewis.
famous comedian, Richard Lewis.
Never
Sorry, I'm
enthusiasm.
sorry, Galvin. I
Looks
Mad,
so old.
mad about
No,
you. No. Well, he was. What's the show he was on with Jamie Lee Curtis?
Oh,
Not mad about you. The other one. Well, it doesn't matter.
I vote yes, Cal.
Yeah.
Didn't need a vote.
Mike, your turn.
Has anyone taken Britney Spears?
No.
I'd like to take that cuckoo bird.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's a good
Yeah, I don't want her to die, but I feel bad.
And then Gio, you get 2 picks to snake it back around.
James Earl Jones and Marion Ross.
I think
somebody
James
already
Earl Jones has
took-
been
yeah.
taken.
Yes.
Probably I took him. Sorry, Gio.
All right.
I vote yes.
Marion Ross and John Williams.
The composer, John Williams.
All right. Nobody has John Williams.
I don't know if John Williams is necessary. I'm kidding.
I would vote
I'm
no.
kidding.
I don't
Who
even
was the
know
other
why
one,
we
Gio?
do this anymore. Marion Ross.
Marion Ross.
Mrs. C. All right.
Okay.
Who's next?
Back to Mike.
Marion Ross. I just want to see how old she is. 95 years old.
Good pick.
I have Pat Boone.
Okay. Galvin.
I am going to go with the great Susu Studio, Phil Collins.
Damn it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Had to
Old
cancel his tour and
Yeah.
No one
stuff.
picked him.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Damn it.
Yeah. Enjoy it, everybody.
Okay. And then back to me. I am going one crazy Gary Busey.
Oh,
He is nutty.
he's outside
Buttered
peeing,
kid.
and yeah.
His
Yeah.
buttered sausage, man.
Yeah.
Something's happening.
Get
in
it out
that.
of his face.
Pap.
I'll be going with actor Richard Chamberlain, the original Dr. Kildare.
Yep.
Was also in
Chamberlain,
the
very famous.
Thornbirds, very famous in the 70s.
Okay. Spanish.
Pope Francis.
Okay. Nice. Good one. Ian.
Has Wendy Williams been taken?
No,
No.
not this year.
Oh,
I'm gonna take Wendy Williams.
Sure.
Okay. And then we finish it off with Tony.
He wanted Barry Windham.
Barry Windham, the great wrestler.
No, the
Plumber.
circus act. Yeah.
Windmill, the windmill builder.
Circus act?
Barry Windham Windmill.
Maybe-
Windmills.
no, it says here he's a D-list Asian actor.
Oh, come on. Do we? Oh, I was gonna say, do we want to pick one more? But I guess not. We're out of time.
can't.
All right.
Thank you,
All
Carmen.
right. There you go. Ian, thank you.
My pleasure.
Tomorrow is Tuesday. Ask the Dom will be here. Anything else I need to know about for tomorrow? What about we rescheduling the Deep Inside the Music Boys?
Yes, that'll be this week.
Okay. Friday we got a house party.
Mm-hmm. And TJ Miller.
And TJ Miller and his peanut butter.
Damn right. I'm very excited. Can't keep peanut butter off the show.
I love when celebrities
Gross.
get an idea. I like TJ Miller a lot. I'm happy to try his peanut butter.
I'm happy to talk to him about conspiracy
But
stuff.
let's draw the line at TJ Miller's peanut butter because
right,
if I get
okay.
Josh Potter's buttermilk. I don't want to drink it. I'm just letting you know right now. Let's not let everybody bring in the food.
Yeah, Robbie Schneider's oat milk or almond milk.
Nope. No, thank you.
You don't want to try Geechee Guy's meatballs?
Nope. I don't want Gallagher's fruit salads. I don't want none of that stuff.